Yo, how's it going, everybody? If you can see and hear me clearly, can you please let me know in the comment section right over here? Just put a yes in there, just so I know that you can actually see and hear me, or else we are going to have problems for this lesson. All right, so we got people here. All right, so hey Jim, hey Catherine, hey Rob, Mark, Daniel, Duncan. All right, so you guys can all good here? Perfect, all right. Hello, Che, I saw you in there. Johnny, how are you? Rob, Steve, Dennis, Tom, Ellen. I missed a bunch of you guys, but awesome. Great to have you guys here today. We're going to be covering some pretty sweet stuff. If you haven't already, make sure you do have your guitar. Make sure it's all tuned up. So, yeah, let me know where in the world you guys are from. I just saw Australia. We got UK, San Diego. Hey, man, I was there not too long ago. Newfoundland and Canada. Florida, Germany, Ohio, Canada. How's life in New Zealand? Life in New Zealand is cold right now. Very cold, I'll tell you that. Michigan, more Ohio. Oklahoma, Texas, Cleveland, PA, Pennsylvania. Man, lots of people on here today. That is awesome. Fantastic. Well, great to have you guys here today. We're going to be, as I mentioned, covering some pretty awesome stuff, and I think that you're really going to enjoy what we're going to be covering. All right, so just a quick note that down in that comment section, you do have two options. You can post it as a comment or post as a question. You click on the speech bubble and you change it to a question. But we will be doing the questions and answers section later on in this live session. So we'll just wait just about one more minute here, just to make sure that everybody who wants to be here is actually going to be turning up. All right. So obviously the title of today's webinar, 3 ways to explode your lead guitar playing. Now, quite an ambiguous term. So what I mean by explode your lead guitar playing, so what I mean is be able to go from where you are to where you want to be very fast, you know. And so there's 3 main factors that are going to, if you focus on these 3, are going to allow you to make that jump and yeah, get much better very quickly. Daryl says, this is my second webinar. The first one hooked me. I'm a VIP member for life. That's awesome, man. That is fantastic. All right, so. So obviously you guys can see and hear me clearly. Got the chat box all sorted. All right. Now, right. Let's just have a little look here. Sorry, guys, just getting things all up and running here. Okay, now everything seems to be sorted. Normally, I'm running late to these things, and so normally this is a little bit weird for me to be like, hey, look, everything seems to be fine. So you guys saying that there's no video. If you have any problem with the live stream at all, you can click on the reconnect button, which is down at the bottom, and when you click on that, it should just reboot and get everything up and running. If that doesn't happen for you, just try refresh the page. So there's so many comments here. I'm reading them as they come through, but I can't keep up by reading them out loud. But it's so awesome to have you guys here. I love doing these things. Like, we got people from all around the world live right now on a guitar lesson. So it's pretty good to be in the year 2042, right? I didn't think fast enough to make that funny. But it's good to be here in 2017 when we can actually do stuff like this. All right. So now let's, I'm just going to change this here. I just have to remember how, okay, so there is some things that I haven't sorted. Like, I can't remember how to do certain things on my computer because I am a musician after all. So bear with me 1 second. Here we go. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. No, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. Okay, this is close to what I want. All right, so now I'm just going to change this over here. So I'm just going to share my screen with you guys. Okay, now every now and then when we do this, things do kind of mess up a little bit. All right, but bear with me. Bear with me. Something that says The Promise. Can you please put a yes in the comments section for me? I need to know that you can see what I'm looking at so that I can make sure that you can see what I'm looking at. And there is a little bit of a delay, guys, by the way. It's about 20 seconds. So yes, 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 yes. Lots of yeses flying through right now. Fantastic. Awesome. All right. So The Promise for you guys here today, if I can get the right thing up, is by the end of this live guitar training, you will know 3 ways to explode your lead guitar playing skills. And I just went before and explained exactly what I mean by that. So this training will be about 1 hour long. You want to make sure you grab a pen and paper to take notes as we go through this lesson. It's literally scientifically proven that if you take notes with pen and paper, you do actually retain the information better. So you will actually become a better guitar player just by putting pen to paper, as funny as it sounds. You want to get rid of distractions. This means you want to turn off Facebook. You want to turn off Skype. You want to put your phone on silent, etc., etc. And usually I'm a culprit for having to sort those things out myself as I read this. So again, I'm really prepared today. I've only had 3 hours sleep getting this stuff ready for you guys, but I have managed to turn off Skype and I have managed to put my phone on silent. So you guys, every single person here, has the chance to walk away with a Dunlop Jimi Hendrix signature wah pedal worth $139.99. And of course, instead of having to come pick it up, I am going to send it to whoever wins as well. So we are going to be doing that giveaway later on in the live session. Now, one thing that I wanted to do is obviously there's only one person that is going to leave here with this pedal, and that could be you. But for everybody else who doesn't win it, I don't want you to leave empty-handed. So what I'm going to do is, after that, I'm going to give you a free gift worth $12 for everyone who stays with me to the end of this, this presentation. So you get a short PDF report. This thing's really cool. So it's called The Guitarist's Mindset. I wrote it a couple of years ago, and it's had a lot of positive feedback. Okay, so you've got strategies that will change the way you think and play the instrument. The main thing is you've got a simple 5-minute trick you can use to improve your guitar playing even when you don't have a guitar near you, plus a whole bunch more. So obviously pretty good to know, especially if you spend any amount of time in the likes of a car or that kind of thing. I'm thinking that it is sharing the wrong screen, isn't it? No, it is. It's sharing the right screen. Never mind, never mind. Okay, so let me just swap back here to... Back on the screen, can you please put a number 1 in the comment section? Because otherwise we're going to have problems. And I don't want to have problems because technical problems always suck. All right. So as I mentioned, just while I wait for those ones to come through, I saw a 1-1 and lots of ones now. Perfect. We are going to have a live Q&A at the end of this. So that means that you can ask me any question at all to do with guitar, to do with learning guitar, to do with guitar gear, the lesson that we're going through, maybe stuff that you're learning right now. And I'll do my best to stick around and answer all those questions for you guys. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to ask you guys a quick poll. And you'll see that come up in the comment section sort of thing over here. So this is how long have you been playing guitar? So we've got 0 to 3 years, 4 to 10 years, 11 to 20 years, and over 20 years. So if you could let me know in that poll, it'd just be really, really interesting for me to see, and I think for everybody else to see, the level of guitar players that we do have here. All right, so lots of those flying through now. Okay, now just as those are coming through, what I want to do is just quickly introduce you to another member of the Guitar Mastery Method team. His name is Johnny. Johnny, do you want to just pop on here right now? So Johnny is the customer member support manager here, and so right now he's going to be looking after you guys. So as you know, if you're having any trouble like that, you'll see Johnny at Guitar Mastery Method pop up in the chat box, And so just so you can put a face to his name, this is Johnny. How you doing, man?
Yo, everyone. How's it all going? So, yeah, I'm just going to be jumping in here, keeping an eye on things, and sorting you guys out as we go along here. And, yeah, any troubles you may have, I'll be posting in the comments and trying to help you out. And if you do have any troubles, make sure you hit the reconnect button first. So, yeah.
Cool. So as we go through, man, if you see anything that's weird, or if like my video isn't working or something like that, just pop up, and then we can try and get it sorted before we cause too much damage to the lesson.
Yeah, we can sort that. Right, rock on, everyone.
Sweet, man. See you soon. All right. So I have to put this on to hear him, or else we get lots of echo and everything like that. All right. So I'm going to go end poll right now. So here are the results. We have 0 to 3 years, 36%, 4 to 10 years, 20%, 11 to 20 years, 11%, and then a big jump over 20 years, 33%. So that's really, really interesting. It's actually quite similar to what I normally see, to be honest. So it's a lot of you regular guys must be here, which is really cool. All right, so now I was going to reset that. So a lot of you guys have been following me for quite some time, okay? But I do know that there are a bunch of you guys on here that have never actually even seen me before and have no idea who I am. So just to help you guys out, what I'm going to do is just explain who I am very quickly. And while I do that, I'm just going to actually share with you this quick little video. So like, you're going to see a little video while I explain who I am, and it will kind of show you the stuff that I've done and why on earth that you want to. I'm just going to click play on this video here. So who am I and why am I doing this training? My name is Charlie Wallace, and I am the founder of Guitar Mastery Method. I'm also a professional musician. I've toured internationally and played shows to thousands of people at once, that being here in my home country of New Zealand and overseas, like through Europe as well. I've recorded in epic studios, filmed music videos, and I just love playing guitar. Now, also have a huge passion for sharing my knowledge of how to play guitar with the world. And on top of that, I've had years of experience teaching over 2,000 one-on-one students in the past 10 years, taught in my studio as well as 5 different schools. And I've had now over 100,000 people go through my online guitar lessons in over 50 different countries. Now, obviously, that number continues to grow every day. I've released a handful of acclaimed instructional video courses. So I'm very qualified to show you how to get these guitar tricks here today, these 3 ways to explode your guitar playing. And just so that, so you see, I've made a lot of videos, okay? You can see that I've made a lot of videos, and we have a lot of members in here. Here with me. We're coming back in. See a dot on the screen, but that's going to change very soon. Just wanted to share just a few comments from people who have gone through my lessons. David DiCaprio says, Charlie, although we have never met, you are without a doubt the greatest guitar teacher anyone could ask for. Your lessons are well laid out. I cannot tell you how much I've improved and learned from you. All I can say is one truly heartfelt thank you. Daniel Mortimer says, if you want to accelerate your guitar playing in every aspect, Guitar Mastery Method is for you. Everything is broken down and simplified for amazing results in quick time. Having Charlie there to ask questions directly in the community he is growing is invaluable. Definitely the best I've ever come across. John Mark Culp, Guitar Mastery Method has changed the way I approach guitar entirely. I use the system that Charlie Wallace has laid out every day. It has opened up a new path to being the guitarist I always wanted to be. I now write and record my own songs and owe a great debt of gratitude to Charlie Wallace for everything he has done in his courses. Well worth the time and money to be the best you can be. Thank you, Charlie Wallace. We got Mike Shanahan. Charlie's course is so comprehensive, much more than I would have ever expected when I discovered it. The fact he is available anytime for ongoing support, so encouraging and inspiring. I'm learning all the time. So I've got quite a few extra comments in here, but we'll come back to that a little bit later. And for now, change back here and let's get stuck into some guitar stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a link to download a PDF in just a second. So what I want you to do, right, is right now, imagine if you could double your guitar playing speed, learn how to play solo licks from legends like Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and Stevie Ray Vaughan. Find out how to add these licks into your own playing, as well as many others, and finally connect the dots and have a complete freedom on the fretboard, freedom and confidence to know that you know what to do in any situation. So this is stuff you can learn today that you can use to sound great on the guitar for a lifetime. Now, is that something that you would like to have happen for you? If it is, put a yes in the comment section. And I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page and that everybody is wanting to improve their guitar playing, because if you're not, you're in the wrong place, okay? We are wanting people here who are passionate about playing guitar and improving. We've got lots and lots of yeses. There's dozens of yeses already flying through here. So that is absolutely fantastic. Great to have you guys here. And we're going to be covering some pretty sweet stuff, okay? As I got to say, we're going to be covering some pretty cool stuff. Now, here is, I've got a little bit of reference material for you guys. This isn't everything we're going to be covering, but in that top bit here, so I've just put that, so you should see right now, download PDF here. Okay, now just click on that. It should open in a new window. Well, it will open a new window, so you won't lose this, but that has a few tabs and a few things of some of the stuff that we are going to be going over. So go and grab that. Hans says, ain't this a cooking show? Unfortunately not. I had porridge for breakfast not too long ago. So it's early morning, Monday morning for me here. If we'd started a little bit earlier, a couple of hours earlier, maybe we could have got that on the webinar as well. All right. So now, one thing I just got to say is that it doesn't matter if you're using an electric or an acoustic. Okay, these principles apply to both kinds of guitars just as much. So make sure that you go and grab that PDF there right now. Okay, so what I want you to do is to not even look at it just yet, because we've got some principles that we've got to cover first. All right, so 3 ways to explode your guitar playing skills. Number 1, you want to improve and increase your guitar playing speed. Now, the funny thing is that increasing your speed doesn't just increase your speed, okay? It improves so many other elements of your guitar playing. Things like your timing, your accuracy, even just like what I call the mind-body connection, okay? So as you focus on building speed, everything else improves. So even if, for instance, playing fast isn't a goal of yours, you should at least be able to play much faster as far as physically than you would ever want to be able to play, because it needs to be comfortable, it needs to be effortless. Now you think of the likes of, super fast guitar players like Eddie Van Halen, Joe Satriani and Steve Vai. Like these guys, when they're like going super fast, you don't ever see them struggle. And the reason why is because if they wanted to, they can play much faster. Okay, obviously there's a law of diminishing returns effect once you are going incredibly fast, because obviously there's only so much movement that we can actually do. But if you search on YouTube for like world record guitar speed, you'll see how fast people can actually get, and it is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, the same process that those world record holders use to increase their guitar playing speed to that level is the thing that I'm going to be sharing here with you today. Now, this is only number 1, and we obviously have number 2 and number 3 of the other ways that we're going to improve to explode your guitar playing. But right now, we're just focusing on number 1, which is increasing your guitar playing speed. So first of all, what we need to do, I'm just going to click this onto clean, okay, is use a guitar pick for these exercises, okay? Now, you want to make sure you're holding your guitar pick correctly. So easy way to do that is to hold your hand out straight, have your hand like this, and then just here, put the guitar pick there, and you're putting your thumb on top. Now, if you've never held your guitar pick like that, it's possible that's actually going to feel really weird until it kind of becomes comfortable like that. And the reason why you hold it like that is because then when you point it to the guitar, the pick is actually going directly into the guitar, so you're going to get the best possible connection on those strings. Now, once we have our hand down here, what we want to do is we want to rest it on what we call the bridge, which is this here. Now, this is just some picking basics, okay? But we've got to make sure the foundations are strong before we actually start doing these exercises, or else the exercises are going to be complicated when they're actually easy, okay? So your hand comes down here and you rest what I call the stake, this part of your hand, down onto the bridge here. And we just go like that, okay? So this is like just called alternate picking, because we're going down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, now in doing these, basically what we're going to be doing is making it easy to play very, very fast in order to play anything we want to be able to play. Okay, now it's not impossible, even if you've been playing guitar for, like, you know, some of you guys have, for over, you know, like John says, it's like holding the key to unlock a door. Absolutely. So you know, you can be playing for well over 20 years, and then from there implement these strategies and just go boom. Okay, I've seen it time and time again. All right, so it's not impossible. So don't think I've never been able to play fast, it just won't happen for me, because even I felt that. Like, I'd listen to solos I wanted to play, and it was just like, oh, I'll never be able to play that fast. All it takes is just a small amount of dedication, and you start seeing good results. Now, you are going to see an improvement if you've never done this before, okay? If you have done it before, you're still going to see an improvement, okay? Now, as far as being able to go from here to here today, is not going to happen. But with these exercises and the strategies I'm about to share, you can get big breaks in as little as 2 weeks. So you implement what I'm going to show you here, in the 2 weeks, you could literally be playing guitar in a whole nother realm that you never thought was possible for you. All right, so I'm just going to bring the guitar down, and we're going to be going over how to be holding this, all right? So, hand here on the string, down, up, like this. Excuse me. Now, as we move down each of the strings, we want the pick to be flat across the string. We don't want it to be like this or on an angle like that, okay? The flatter the pick to the string, the clearer the sound is going to be. As soon as we suck in like this, okay, with the angle on the pick, we're sliding across the pick instead of just going flat, okay? Now just go at your own speed. You don't have to be going as fast as I am right now. Now every time that we move down a string, you want your pick to be flat, okay? So that means that you need to move your hand down like this, okay? So you see how my hand is going down like this? It's not doing this. Okay, I'm not moving from the wrist to get to that bottom string, because if I do that, when I get to the bottom, my pick is going to have an angle on it, okay? Kind of hard to see in this kind of thing, but you can see, like, for instance, the pick's flat here, and as it goes here, it's got an angle, right? You can actually see the angle that it would be on. Hey, Meryl's here. How are you, Meryl? Okay, so this is a really great exercise just to get started with, okay? Now remember, you don't have to be doing it this fast, but just play some notes here on the low E string, and when you're ready, go on to the next string. Remember, we need to be doing alternate picking, not down, 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 down. We need to go down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, now as we go through, just get comfortable with that movement, and then we're going to be adding in some left-hand stuff as well. All right, excuse me. Now you have these exercises in your in that PDF. Okay, so this one here is called the chromatic scale, and it looks like this. Okay, looks and sounds boring, okay? But then doing it the way that I'm going to show you how to do, you can end up getting it very fast. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I went from playing it not even at that speed, struggling to get my fingers to go over all 4 frets, to being able to play it very, very, very fast. Now this, obviously you can imagine, helps you out when you're wanting to play stuff like that. Okay, anything you want to do is going to be easier when you can play it fast. So John says, I seem to have a problem tensing up no matter how hard I try to stay relaxed. So this is actually something that you're going to be able to do. That's going to, the way you're going to practice it and the way I'm going to tell you to practice it is going to be relaxing. Okay, and that may sound weird, but when I'm doing like this, I'm not stressing. I'm not tensing up at all. Okay, so. A lot of you guys would have been through this, but we're just going to walk through this, okay, right now, just for those who haven't, okay? So put your first finger here on the first fret. Man, I keep coughing. I got a little more water. A little more water. There's a bit of a mumble. Okay, now, what's important is your thumb needs to be in the back of the guitar neck like this. So as we walk through, and we're going to be going through like here, okay, having the thumb there is going to allow us to spread our hand further. Now, it's okay if you can't reach all 4 frets at once, all right? And then what happens is I see a lot of people put their thumb like this. This is called the hitchhiker. Now, when you try to do that, you can't get all 4 fingers in there, okay? And it's just going to seem impossible, okay? So look at the way my hand is, and then if I just move my thumb here, how much my hand opens up, all right? Okay, like that. So we're going like this. Now, if you can't get all 4 fingers in the frets, just walk across like this. Okay, doesn't matter how short or long your fingers are. So Carlos says, do you need your pick to be in an angle for maximum picking speed? Absolutely not. That is the last thing that you want to be doing. Okay, and because it comes down to a point I'm going to be making soon about eliminating all of your wasted movements. Wayne says you're nervous. No, I think it's the lack of sleep. All right, so just again, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on this side we're going to be doing that alternate picking that I mentioned before. Down, up, down, up. Then we go down to the next string. Down, up, down, up. And then we do the next string. Down, up, down, up. Okay, and we just continue through all the strings. Nice and slow. Just do this at your own speed. If you can't keep up with me even at this speed, that's absolutely fine. Whatever is comfortable for you. Now, once we get to the bottom, that high E string, what we're going to do is we're going to shift all 4 fingers up 1 fret. So now our pinky is on the 5th fret. And we're going to reverse it. So we're going to go down, up with our picking hand. Down, up, down, up. Okay, so Charles said, someone better let Paul Gilbert know he's holding his pick wrong. Now, there are many different ways for people to hold their pick. Many rock stars have their own special way of holding a pick. However, you don't want to be going with the minority, okay? Because holding your pick in the way that I'm showing you here, okay, and getting your pick flat to the strings is going to the most amount of successful guitarists play guitar like this. Okay, so you don't want to be practicing things like, for instance, even if you're a big Paul Gilbert fan, his technique is not necessarily going to work the best for you. Okay, so the best way to be doing it is to get your pick flat to the string and develop your technique that way. All right, so remember, you're not going to be, and the reason why is because if you just got all the guitarists, all the great guitarists, and then you got the average of all of their technique, it's going to be this. So this is the one that you want to be practicing. Okay, now as we go through here, we're just going backwards. So Bill says tight or loose grip on the pick. So you don't want to be like stretching or stressing it out like that. It's just a comfortable thing, right? Just a really comfortable thing. So Ning says, can you please show how to place the pick again? So you see here, if I take my thumb off, you can see how it's just on almost where that point is there, just like that. Okay. Once we get to here, we're going to move up a fret and we just continue the pattern, okay? So you have a tab for this exercise, but you see there, we just continue going up. So Rob says it's okay to take your thumb off the back of the neck when you reach the high frets. Yeah, obviously, because like for instance, if you're up here, you can see where my thumb is, and it's impossible for me to go. Otherwise, my thumb's going to be on the back of the guitar, literally like that, right? Okay, so Carla says video keeps cutting out and that may need to increase bandwidth for future lessons. Okay, so actually everything on our side is 100% all good. We actually have very, very, very fast bandwidth here, fiber bandwidth, and then so sometimes things can get messed up as they fly through the internet waves, but we always make sure that things are going to run as smoothly as possible from our end. All right, so that is one exercise that we're going to be going, that I recommend you going through, okay? Now I'm going to be talking about how to do that right now. How do you actually practice to that? That doesn't make sense. How do you practice this to get the best results? Enter the metronome. You want to be using one of these things, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be one of these old school ones, okay? You can use any kind, like for instance, you can get even an app on your phone, or if you just search free online metronome. In fact, if you just search metronome on Google, then it comes up with a metronome right there. You don't have to, you don't even have to leave the Google search place, search results place. Yeah, that's the right way to say it, right? Okay, so the way that these work is they're just ticking at a certain, what's called BPM, okay, beats per minute. Now, if I wind this up, get some juice in there. Now, if I show you, for instance, let's go 60 beats per minute. So 60 beats per minute is obviously 1 beat per second. So I'm going to have that there, just making some ticking noise. Now, if you practice without a metronome, you're making a big mistake, okay? A big mistake, because the progress that you're going to get from this stuff is like half of what you're going to be getting if you actually practice with a metronome. All right, now we get the metronome going, and this is how we want to be practicing to it, okay? 4 notes per click. So I'm finding the beat, getting comfortable with it, double that. So you notice I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then I'm doubling that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And only then, keep losing it, only then can I start the exercise. Okay, so going like that. Okay, so Joe's just asked a question. I think what Joe's saying is, do we practice down, up, and then also up, down? So even when you're coming back up the strings, you still want to be starting with the downstroke. Okay, now there's a very important reason for this, and that is that we want to this hand to do the same thing every single time, because we're doing an exercise and we're not playing any music. This is about technical guitar playing skills. Okay. Okay, so Rob says, I thought I had to make 1 note per tick. And so that's a very common misconception. So I know a lot of people, for instance, they'll say, yeah, I was smashing out 180 beats per minute. And then so like that is like, you know, around here, and they're like, that's not 180 beats per minute. 180 beats per minute is like this. Literally 4 times faster, okay? So you don't need to rush into it. So you can be going down, like, so we're back at 60 beats per minute, okay? Now, if 60 beats per minute, especially if you've just, this is the first time you've ever done this exercise, 60 beats per minute is going to be very difficult to keep up with, okay? Okay, so if you can't keep up with that, what you want to do is, and this is only to get used to it, this is not something you want to be doing going forward, okay, is to do it like this. 2 notes per click. Okay, 2 notes per click. And if that is too fast for you, then what you want to be doing is doing 1 note per click only until you can keep up with it, and then you're going to increase it to 2 notes per click, okay? If that's too fast, that's fine. Just slow it down. Okay, so Bill said, is it normal to mix the up and down strokes sometimes in the beginning? Absolutely, but you want to be strict on yourself and make sure you always start on a new string with the downstroke no matter what, okay? So that is a really, really killer exercise. Okay, now I've got another one that we're going to be going through very shortly, but just, well, I'm going to move the camera back up here just for a moment. All right, so now the thing is that with this stuff, you need to find out what your, so Daniel says hardest part is playing slow. Absolutely. Sometimes that is harder than playing fast, but obviously you need to get those fundamentals down. All right. So, and obviously playing slow is very important for that. Okay. 1 second. All right. So we've actually got a lot more stuff that, that I want to cover here today. So we're going to have to kind of fly through this really quick. This is how you're going to get very fast results, increasing your guitar playing speed. Use a metronome, get a comfortable BPM. So a speed that you can, you know, might be difficult to keep up with in the beginning. Maybe try just muck around with the beat with the metronome for like a couple of days to find a low BPM that you're really, really comfortable with and can play relaxed. Then do this exercise and the next one I'm about to show you. And what you're going to do is slowly increase the BPM very slightly every single day. So that means that every day you're not going from 60 BPM to 70 BPM and then 70 to 80. You're going to go 60 and then tomorrow you might do 62. Now, if I move it to 62, it's such a small difference. You won't even notice it, okay? Now, you can imagine if the next day after that, you did 64 BPM, the next day, 66, the next day, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, and continued increasing that BPM to every single day. Now, imagine doing that for a month, okay? Instantly, you've increased your BPM from 60 to 120, but you've done it effortlessly, okay? And what I mean by that is that every single day, it's such an incremental change that you don't even really notice it, but over time, they compound. Now, as you're doing this, you're not just increasing your speed, you're building your mind-body connection. You're going to become a much better guitarist. Your timing is becoming kick-ass because you're practicing to a metronome as well. The metronome is keeping you in line. Just doing these exercises will get you results. Doing these exercises with a metronome in the way I've just explained will get you a huge amount of results. So what I would recommend you doing, get a comfortable BPM, write it down, and write down a goal BPM. So if you can play right now at 60 BPM and you want to play at 180 BPM, then write it down. And then all you have to do is just literally start doing these exercises to the metronome and slowly increasing that speed. All right, so now, So Dave says tap your foot. So tapping your foot is not going to be good enough, okay, unless it is with a metronome. You can tap your foot with the metronome, okay, if that helps you keep in time, but it isn't enough just to tap your foot, okay. You need something that is like a computer or a metronome that's going to lock you in, okay. All right. All right, so now this next exercise looks like this. I'm just going to show you this real quickly because you do have this in your reference material, and then we're going to move on, okay? So what am I doing there? This is called the broken chromatic scale, okay? Because before, we were doing what we call the chromatic scale. Okay, so I'm seeing a whole bunch of questions fly through, and what I'll do is I'll get to those at the end when we do the Q&A session, just because I've got so much stuff I want to cover here today. Okay, so this is chromatic scale going every single note, the broken chromatic scale. Instead of going like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going 1, 3, 2, 4. Now this is going to feel like a tongue twister when you first try it. And then you're going to go down, as you do for the other one, okay? And then once you're down to the bottom, you're going to move up a fret and then go backwards. Nope, I was trying to read comment. I made a mistake at the same time. Hans, you definitely want to practice with a clean tone, not in a distorted tone, because with distortion, very easy for things to be hidden, okay? Now, you can see, so in the PDF, you do have the tab for this, so I definitely recommend jumping in and trying this one, getting used to that, okay? And now I'm just going to have to skim over that, just because we do have so much we have to cover, okay? Now, yeah, so Catherine says clean tone shows your errors. That's exactly right, and we want to know where our errors are, and when we're doing exercises, obviously a little different if we're playing guitar, like in live situation, okay? But here we want to see and hear every little mistake that we make because we want to be improving on it, okay? So, number 1, increasing guitar playing speed. Now, those strategies may seem simple. Implementing them will get you huge results. I know for myself, they have done amazing things for my guitar playing, and I know for many of our members, they've done amazing things for their guitar playing as well. I know that some of them are here as well. So that's the thing, okay? Practice this exactly as I mentioned. Find a target speed, find a comfortable BPM, and then you're just going to slowly, incrementally do it. Increase it by like 2 or 3 BPM every single day, and you're going to see mind-blowing results with your guitar playing speed, accuracy, timing, and all of that. Now, let's move on. Number 2, all right? So just while we go to move on, I'm just going to quickly ask you guys another question. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to ask you guys, what kind of music do you play most? Okay, this is going to be quite interesting. So just in the comment section over here, you'll see that. Answer that for me. Now, just while that's coming through, we're going to be covering some solo licks right now. So I'm going to put a little bit of distortion on. We're going to be covering some stuff that's in the style of Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Jimi Hendrix. Now I'm going to explain very shortly exactly why. We're going to be doing stuff like this. Okay, so why are we going to cover licks? Okay, now the reason why is because imagine having a library, but instead of books, you get to choose any guitar lick that you wanted. Now imagine the library of guitar licks is in your mind, and when you're playing guitar, you can choose any of the books in that library. Any of the licks, you can just pull them out. Because that's what you can do. You can actually build this library of licks in your mind. So when you pick up a guitar, you don't have to think, what song am I going to play? You can just let your fingers start going through these licks that you know. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, now you want to be learning them from your favorite guitarists. Okay, obviously you want to develop your own style, but there is a great quote that says, emulate before you innovate. This is like, for instance, the saying of like, I think it was Beethoven who said, or Beethoven or someone else said, good artists copy, great artists steal. Okay. Now you look at the way that music has progressed. Guitar players look to their idols. They study their style. Quite often they'll study a few people's styles and kind of merge it into one, and that becomes their style. So by studying your favorite guitar players and finding out what their licks are, finding out what makes them tick, okay, and implementing those licks into your guitar playing is going to do wonders for your physical guitar playing skills, because you're learning how to play them. You obviously increase your speed and mechanical ability with the exercises. Now this is kind of bringing it into like a musical sort of way. Now the next one, we're going to talk about how we can like use the mind to completely explode everything a lot further. So I'm really excited about talking about that. And obviously we're doing the Jimi Hendrix lick, and remember we are going to be doing the Jimi Hendrix wah pedal giveaway just after we have covered all this stuff. So what I wanted to do was just explain to you guys, like, or at least give you 3 examples, okay? 3 guitar legends. I mean, you guys, if there is one single person here that hasn't heard of Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, I'd be very, very surprised, okay? So I'm going to show you one lick from each of them, step by step, exactly how to play it. You have the tab, okay? I'm going to walk through show you exactly how to play it. Now, what this is going to allow you to do is to go, right, now I see that these guys play differently. They play very similar in some ways, and they play very differently in other ways, okay? So I'm just going to end this poll here. So we got 41%, you guys rock guys, 29% blues guys. So a lot of rock and blues guys. We got 6% metal, 12% acoustic, 5% country, and 7% on other. So that's really, really interesting. All right. So Jim says 3 of my favorite, 3 of the best, says Ryan. Awesome. Okay. Now, if you guys don't know how to read tabs, just email us, support@guitarmastermethod.com, and I'll send you a lesson just completely free on how to read guitar tabs, because I want to make sure that you can actually read this stuff that I am giving you, okay? So if you have trouble reading guitar tabs, send us an email, get in touch through our website, and just say, hey, can you send me the lesson on guitar tabs, and we'll get that sent over to you. So, man, we have so much stuff to cover, all right? So I just want to get stuck right in. Now, we're going to bring up the tab that I have for this. This is on your second page. All right, so this is Eric Clapton style lick, okay? Kind of a crossroadsy kind of thing. And if you guys that know your scale patterns, look for the G pattern here. Now, what he's doing is actually mixing a little bit of major and minor at the end with this note here. Now, if you guys haven't downloaded the tab yet, over here, where it says download PDF here, go download that. That's where the guitar tabs are, okay? So next is don't laugh, what are tabs? Have a look at that and you'll see what they are. A guitar tablature. All right, so what we're doing here is we're going to use these fingers here, okay? Now, normally, personally, I would use these fingers. I'd go like this. But the way that EC, Eric Clapton, always did it was with these 3 fingers here, okay? So I'm not going to argue with Eric Clapton. Okay, if you don't see the PDF, guys, just keep looking because it's right there, and it's the green box, okay? The green box up there. All right, so middle finger here on the 12th fret, okay? And you're going to use your first finger in behind it, and you're going to bend it up. Okay? So you're just playing that G string, and you're bending that up on that 12th fret. Now you want to bend it up so it sounds like this on the 14th fret. So if you play this here, and then slide it to the 14th fret of how your bend should kind of sound. Okay, so Scotty says, what's the BPM? I'd recommend practicing it at a BPM that you find comfortable and not worrying about anything else until you can just increase it slowly, 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 okay? So after that, we're going to put our first finger here on the 10th fret of the B string, and then our third finger here on the 13th fret of the B string. So we're doing that bend, playing 10, and then the 13 here, okay? Now, once we do that, we're going to keep our 10 here, our first finger here on the 10th fret, and then we're doing this. We're playing that 10, and we're going to hammer on and pull off. Okay, so we're hammering back onto that 13, and then we're pulling off. So you notice how I'm not using my pick. Slamming that finger on and then flicking it off to get that kind of sound, okay? Now we're going to play 12 with our middle finger here on the G. And then we're just going to repeat those last 4 notes. Okay, so if you really want to get good at this lick, all you have to do is just practice this. Over and over again, okay? Just that same movement. Hammer on, 10 to 13, pull off, and 12. Okay, so Darren says, what effects are you running? I'm not running any effects, just a little bit of distortion. Sometimes as it goes through the live stream, it can sound a little funny, like it's underwater or something. So you can do that as many times as you like, okay? In the tab, it says 4 times, so. But you could do this. Okay, it doesn't matter how long you do it or how short. You go. Okay, you can cut it short, you can go it longer, okay? So after you've done that 4 times, we're bending up here, okay? 13th fret with our 3rd finger, but we're helping out with these other fingers to get that nice big bend. We want it to sound like the 15th fret here, okay? So, nice and slow. And then back to that 10. Now this is where we're going to add in, for you guys that know, a little bit of music theory, going to be mixing major and minor together by playing this note here. So we play that 10, then we play this note here. Now notice how that just sort of sounds a little bit off, okay, but it sounds great in the context of the lick. And then we're going back to the 10. So we're going 10, 11 on the G, and back to 10 on the B. And then we're going to go 10, 11, again, okay, so 10, 11, 10, 10, 11. And then we bend that 13 and then just stop it there, okay? So now notice I added a bit of vibrato. Okay. So practice that at your own speed, okay? You don't have to be playing it fast. Even if you're walking through like this. That's absolutely fine, okay? Great bluesy rock sound there, okay? All right. So yeah, so Mel says, I love the way you choked off at the end. So that's a very important thing is when you do that bend, you want to do this kind of light karate chop thing at the top of the bend, okay? Okay, and that's going to make it sound very, very Clapton-like. All right, so let's move on. We've got lots of stuff to cover. So now I'm going to be showing you this Jimi Hendrix style lick. Okay, now this one here, we're just using that box there. Okay, the G pattern there on the 12th fret. All right, now what we're doing here is doing this. Okay, now that's a very, very Hendrixy sounding kind of lick. Now all we're doing is we're bending on the 14th fret here. Okay, bending that up. Underneath, we're going to play 12 on the B. So we're bending up on that 14th fret. You notice how we're bending it to the same note. So just bending that 14. Playing 12 underneath. And then we're going to play 15. Now you can, if you can do the bend just with your middle finger, then you can use that. For instance, that's probably what Eric Clapton would do. It's probably what Jimi Hendrix would do as well. I'm going to break the rules here, and I'm going to use my pinky because I find it much easier to bend with my third finger and also help with my middle finger. Mel says that is kick ass. I love that lick. Awesome. All right. So all we're doing there is just repeating these 3 notes 4 times. So we're bending up, playing 12, and then playing 15. So 12 and 15 on the B. Hendrix used to do stuff like this all the time. Now remember, you don't have to be doing it this fast, okay? Lloyd says, I like that da end, and that's absolutely how it sounds because we're getting, it's almost like a staccato feel, like a step, like a. Oh, you mean that there? That's definitely staccato, right? All right, so after we've done that 4 times, or as many as you'd like, bending up that G again, and then we're going to go this. So what we're doing is we're bending up, and then we're just playing this G with a pick and stopping the sound, okay? So the way we do that, if we just play 14 here, without bending it, just to practice, just play the note, and then you're going to do that light karate chop thing I mentioned before. So it's not this. It's the mute that adds all of the character. Chris says, gotta love that mute. Absolutely. So now all we're going to do is we're just going to do this. As we slowly, slowly, slowly release the bend. That's where we get a lot of Hendrix character right there. Okay, now a good thing to aim for is to do 8 of those. So 1, we bend it up, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now once we got it down flat and we're just playing a normal note, okay, we're going to bend it up and release it. Play a 12 behind it, okay, on the 12th fret of the G. And then 14 here. Okay, so Matt says, palm muting is my nemesis. Okay, so this isn't actually palm muting, okay? Oh. Palm muting is stuff like this. Instead of... nearly dropped my pick. Okay, and so we can't really... this lick would sound like this if we palm muted it. Okay, that's why we're doing this. Okay, so so you might find that this harder on acoustic, but that's fine. Just stick with me here because we are going to be covering some pretty sweet stuff soon. And remember, we do have the Jimi Hendrix wah pedal giveaway. As Phil says, Funk 49, absolutely. Joe Walsh used that technique a lot as well. Okay, so even if you guys just use this, okay, even if you just use that, you're going to be getting huge, like, Hendrix influence into your playing. So, like, you could be playing stuff like, and then just chuck that little bit in, you know? That little bit there, you can just add as a, you know, extra little bit, okay? All right. So that's that lick there. Now, as I mentioned, we have heaps of stuff we've got to cover. So I'm going to fly through this next one, okay? Because this one has lots of notes, okay? So we're going to go through this nice and quick. So please don't be rough on me. We're going to go through this one quick because it is the hardest lick. This is a Stevie Ray Vaughan style solo lick. And I really wanted to give you not just like 2 notes or 3 notes. Okay, so this one is a little bit longer. Actually, no, it's the same length. It's the same length, but it has got a little bit less repetitiveness. All right, and it sounds like this. This one sounds pretty cool. All right. So Riff says, oh yeah, bring it. Awesome. Okay. So what we're doing here, guys, is you're going to put this is in the key of A minor. So if you got some you know, A blues, it's going to sound great. You don't even have to be doing it fast. Obviously, you're still pretty fast, but you don't have to be doing it super, super fast for it to sound really, really awesome. This one's going to really, really help your fingers, all right? Now, so Johnny says easy. I bet that's Johnny G. And I'm sure that'd be easy for you, man, because you've been studying SRV for a while, right? Johnny's a great blues guitar player. All right, guys, so we're going to be third finger here on the 7th fret of the G. And we're bending that up. Okay. Full bend on that. Then our first finger is going to go flat across the B and the E strings on that 5th fret. Now we're doing a technique called rolling to get this instead of a... Okay, so we're playing this note here, and we're going to just not move our finger down like that. We're not moving our finger down. What we're doing is going to go like this. All right. Now this is just that old, like, you know, BB King sort of. Every single blues guitar player uses that lick, right? So, and from there, our pinky is going to play an 8, and then we're going to play a 5. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to fly through this, and you do have to tab if you do want to go over this, okay? So I want to get through this really quick. So, all right. Now, how we make this sound more Stevie is we're going to push and do a quarter bend with this pinky when we hit that, okay? So instead of this, we're going to do this. That little push. All right. Now underneath, we're going to be mixing in some major by putting our third finger here on the 7th fret. And then now we're going to be adding in another chromatic note on the 6th fret. Okay, so we're going to play 5. We're going to hammer onto 6, and then we're going to pull off. So we're playing 7, then we're playing 5, hammer on 6, pull off. Just like that, okay? So, now a pinky back to 8, and we're going to do that little push again, and then we're going to play this 5. And then we're going to go 8, pull off. And then our third finger is going to play the 8th fret on the G. This is a blues note. And then we're going to move it down to the 7th fret and pull off, okay, like this. So Mark says it's going to be a long time before I can do it to this at this speed. Now remember those exercises that I showed you before, and and how to incrementally increase the speed with a metronome. You can get there much faster than you think, believe me. All right. And then we're playing 7 here on the D string. Now to finish it up, we've got this. So what are we doing there? We're putting our first finger here flat across the G and the B strings. All right, let's try something. I was going to refresh my page, bro.
Yep. Yep. Hey guys, Charlie's on his way back. It looks like he's back up and running now, and I'm going to leave you to it.
So can you guys see and hear me? All right, we're back. We're back. All right. Now, can you please put a big yes in the comment section if you can see and hear me? Because, all right, good, good. Yes, yes, yes. Phew. Phew. Man, always scary when that stuff happens. All right. So we've got lots more to cover, so I'm going to fly through this, okay? So, first finger here, okay? 5, 5. Hammer on, pull off on that 6, and then we're playing 7 on the D string. All right. And then we're going to play 7 here again. Pull off to 5, and then a 7 vibrato to hammer on, vibrato to finish it. One more time. Nice and slow. All right, so if you guys are having any trouble with the connection, just make sure you hit that reconnect button at the bottom. So just at the bottom, you should see a button that says reconnect. That will allow you to get back in, all right? So hopefully this catches up soon. All right. So stick with me here, guys, because we are going to be doing the giveaway where I am giving away a Jimi Hendrix signature wah pedal to one of you guys that are here with me live. So I always love giving away these things. And you guys that are here, obviously pretty into guitar playing because you're still here with me, which is fantastic. All right, now, what I want you guys to do is let me know what your biggest takeaway so far is, okay? So what you have enjoyed most out of the lesson so far. We've still got some more stuff to cover, okay? But let me know what is your biggest takeaway from everything that we have covered so far. Now, just so put that in the comment section there. Now, just while that's happening, I'm also going to ask you guys a poll. All right, so this here is, do you want to have a complete understanding of the fretboard? Complete understanding of the fretboard. So you've got yes or no, I don't play guitar, because I don't imagine there'll be many people who don't want to have a complete understanding of the fretboard. So timing skills, speed exercises, the licks, sort of Stevie Ray Vaughan lick there, metronome, finger dexterity, awesome, the Clapton lick, use a metronome, the speed exercises. Awesome. So you guys, lots of you guys like that Stevie Ray Vaughan lick, which is cool. The licks, all of it, awesome. All right, speed, no shortcuts. Learning metronome, speed, Hendrix lick. All right, so looks like you guys have been really enjoying this stuff, which is cool. One more sip of my water. And that said, I'm getting better every week because of you, Charlie. That's awesome, man. Glad to be helping. All right. So, well, this is amazing. Normally, we have at least one person say no. So literally 100% of you guys have said that you want to have a complete understanding of the fretboard. So that is absolutely fantastic. All right, so now it's going to end that there. Okay, now just before we move on, I'm just going to get this up here very shortly. All right, so as I mentioned before, bear with me. So for instance, Steve Gillies here, you do a great job, Charlie. You make it understandable and stand behind what you do 100%. That's hard to find nowadays. Thierry Niesel says, I've been playing guitar since I was 16 years old. I'm now 65 and self-taught. I know a lot of chords and some leads, but now thanks to Charlie, I'm learning to play the right way. So I'd recommend, if anyone out there wants to learn guitar, Charlie's the man to teach you. This one is very long. It's safe to say when I first came across Charlie and Guitar Master Method, I was pretty well impressed with Charlie in particular, as he is a very unique way of teaching. I personally committed to his methods and gave myself an adequate amount of time to complete everything on his agenda. I'm a very busy person, so I allocated 1 year to complete his course. So yeah, I know for a fact that he had amazing results. That was pretty cool to read. Robert Gibbs says, online seminars have increased my speed a lot, and as a beginner, that's important to me. So we got lots and lots and lots of these comments, right? Johnny G, he's here. So some of these you guys have seen before. All right, so this is actually kind of probably going to be, yeah, we got lots actually. Lots and lots and lots. Okay, so I've been doing this for a while now, and I just absolutely love sharing my knowledge of how to play guitar. That I'm going to tell you about very shortly. I'm just going to have to get my things ready so I know that I actually have this stuff. Okay, so now what is the third thing? Okay. The third thing, so we had increased speed, okay, and then we also had, let's pop that like that, and then we also had learning licks, okay, getting that mental library. Now the third thing, if you want to explode your lead guitar playing, is that you've got to have a complete understanding of the fretboard. A complete understanding of the fretboard, okay? Now, 95% of guitarists have no idea how the fretboard links up, what scales are, and how you can actually use them to radically improve your guitar playing ability. Now, if you're the type of guitarist that loves to solo or play along with a band or just jam out some music, or you'd like to be able to do so, then you're absolutely kidding yourself if you can think you can do it without having an understanding of the fretboard, okay? It's just simply not going to happen. So if you don't have a bunch of simplistic strategies and weapons you can execute at any point along the fretboard, then honestly, you're going to be struggling as a guitarist. Now, you may be wondering what my point is. So after understanding that this was a huge issue for my clients and students, I went to work, and after teaching guitar for over 10 years, I've created, edited, and continually improved what I'm proud today to call the Guitar Pattern Recognition System. So the GPR system is a methodological process that literally any guitar player can use to understand the fretboard and see every pattern, note, and scale in the simplest way possible. Now, this may sound crazy, especially if you've been playing guitar for a while, but when you understand exactly how the system works, I'm confident that even as a long-term player, you're going to be very, very impressed. Now, quite often, guitar players tell me that they feel like their pieces of guitar knowledge just simply don't link up, almost like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle that don't fit together. So they get really frustrated and can't make sense of anything on the fretboard. So the GPR system builds piece by piece a jigsaw puzzle that fits perfectly into place. So if the fretboard on your guitar currently feels like a mystery, like being in a jungle with no map, and you just can't connect the dots, I want to tell you about something that is incredibly exciting for me. This is something I've been working towards for a very long time. And not just that, but it's how you can get access to the full GPR system. So it is my brand new 10-week Master the Fretboard workshop. Now, I know some of you guys have seen some of the videos that I've been releasing explaining about the workshop and about how it's coming up. Now, the name is pretty self-explanatory, right? Because that's exactly what it is. Okay, it's the ultimate workshop when it comes to mastering everything there is to know about the fretboard on the guitar. And you may even win a guitar in the process. Now, I'll explain more in a moment. But first, what I want to do is just play you this short video that's going to explain some of what the 10-week workshop is going to be covering. So I just have to go, here we go. So you should see a video pop up, okay, a very short video, and then you'll be back with me very soon. The 10-week Master the Fretboard workshop works like this. As soon as you enroll, you'll get instant access to the Getting Started module, which will get you up to speed and prepare you for your first week of the workshop. Then each Sunday, starting Sunday the 13th of August at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, you'll have a live lesson to attend, which is 2 p.m. Pacific Time or 10 p.m. in the UK. You'll get reminders to make sure you know the live sessions are coming up. If you can't make the live sessions themselves, then that's all good, because you have lifetime access to the workshop, meaning that even if you never attend a live session, you'll always have the recordings of the lessons inside your members area. You can watch as many times as you like, any time of the day, whenever it suits you. So how do the live lessons work? You'll receive a special link each week that will take you to our online lesson room that you can attend using your home computer, tablet, or even smartphone. You can communicate live with me as we go through the lesson in the comments section, so I can answer your questions live during the lesson itself. Each week we will cover one part of the GPR system. The pieces will all lock seamlessly into place, and by the end of the 10-week workshop, you'll have an incredible understanding of the fretboard. So what exactly is going to be covered? You're going to discover the entire GPR system, which includes the 3 main scale patterns that link up the fretboard and how to memorize them effortlessly, the basics of scales and the simplest way to read a scale diagram, how to instantly solo in any key regardless of your level or experience or guitar playing ability, the broken ladder pattern and how applying it to the fretboard will instantly revolutionize your guitar playing skills, 3 simple exercises to easily remember scale patterns, how to use scale patterns to play guitar with your eyes only. Sounds crazy, but understanding this will make you view the fretboard in a way you never have before. The easiest way to improvise and how to sound great in any key. You'll also understand how to move horizontally up and down the fretboard through each pattern, first mechanically and second musically. A super simple exercise you can use to implement key changes. How to play major and minor pentatonic scales inside of the patterns, plus understand why it's so important to know. Simple hacks to improvise in both major and minor keys, sound great and solo anywhere on the fretboard. One simple blues note you can add to create blues scale patterns. How to write a fully structured guitar solo so your friends and family think you're a musical genius. Trust me, it's not nearly as hard as it sounds. Plus, fully grasp all 5 diatonic scale patterns and how to play the full major scale. The secret to playing diatonic solo licks with ease. You'll see how the fretboard can be cut down into very easy to remember patterns that repeat themselves over the entire fretboard. The difference between diatonic and pentatonic notes and how to use them differently. Completely understand all 7 of the modes, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixed Lydian, Aeolian and Locrian, and learn the simple way to memorize them to give you explosive guitar playing skills. 144 different ways to play the fretboard in different keys and modes. A simple roadmap to play any solo from a song you're learning. How to use modes with 5 diatonic scale patterns and know which scale to use in any scenario. How to mix major and minor pentatonic scales together for a bluesy sound, plus much, much more. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen with you guys. And so hopefully, let me know when you can see the logo, okay? See the 10-week workshop, can you please put a yes in the comments section? Larry says yes. All right, cool. All right, so the 10-week Master the Fretboard workshop, as I mentioned, I've been working towards this for a long, long time, and I'm really, really excited about the results it's going to give you guys. So what do you actually get? You get 10 live lessons starting Sunday, August 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's the exact same time that this lesson is at. Okay, 2 weeks from today is when the first week of the 10-week Master Fretboard workshop begins. Okay. This is complete step-by-step walkthrough of the entire GPR system. Each one of these live sessions is worth $79, so you have a total of $790 of value there. You have lifetime access to the live lesson recordings as well. So not only do you get to attend the lessons live, but you will have lifetime access to every single video that you can watch as many times as you like. You get a lot of bonuses as well. And if you want to lock in your bonuses, you're going to want to make sure you act quickly. Okay, so bonus number 1, you get an extra wrap-up and Q&A live session with me, where at the end of the 10-week workshop, if you have anything else you want to cover, you have any questions about the fretboard or anything else, then we can go in depth in that session. Also, I'm going to show you how to break down any legendary guitarist's style in another live session. This means that because you're going to know the fretboard entirely, I'm going to show you how to dive deep into your favorite guitarist's style to learn what they were doing. And that way you can implement that in your own guitar playing. Whether your favorite guitarist is Eric Clapton, whether that's Eddie Van Halen, whether that's Jimmy Page, whether that's Jimi Hendrix, whether that's Slash, whether that's anyone, I can show you how to play guitar the way that they play guitar. Bonus number 3, I'm also going to have a live session, how to find a band or how to find or make a band and get gigs. Not only that, but even just down to being able to find musicians to jam with. Now, this is stuff I've never shared before. Okay, so in this session, I'm also going to show how, for instance, you've got your band, how to start getting gigs, how to get people to the gigs, how to make sure the night runs smoothly, how to get other bands to come on board and play, how much to charge for your shows, how to promote your shows, absolutely everything. I've never shared this stuff before, and you're going to be getting it as a bonus if you jump on board right now with the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop. And that's $129 value. You're also going to get the Charlie Wallace, Will Ripley, and Mike Baldy live solo talk. Now, if you are a VIP member, obviously you're already going to get the workshop. But Will Ripley and Mike Baldy are two of our Guitar Master Method VIP Club instructors. They are absolutely amazing guitarists. Will has played with Grammy Award-winning, bands, been on stage with the likes of Jethro Tull, members of David Bowie's band. Played to huge festival crowds. Mike Baldy has toured extensively through Canada. Okay, these guys are absolutely amazing guitarists. We're going to be talking about how to use what you're learning in the 10-week workshop in real life. Bonus number 5, you get unlimited email support. That's a $324 value. Bonus number 6, you get access to our private members-only Facebook community, which is absolutely priceless. Now, even in there, you get bonus live lessons. Now, some of you guys, a lot of you guys are already in there because you've already signed up with one of our other courses, okay? So you know how much value you get in there. Obviously, you get to network with other guitarists, and of course, we have those prize giveaways in there as well. So that's a total real-world value of $1,580. All right, but I want, obviously, to give you guys a huge deal as a celebration to release this. So what I'm going to do is allow people to jump on board to the 10-week Master the Fretboard Workshop for just $197. And that's going to give you lifetime access. Okay, $197 to get complete understanding of the fretboard in the next 10 weeks. But because this is the first time that it has ever been released, I wanted to cut that even more. So I'm going to allow you guys to get lifetime access for just $97. Now, if that is something you want to do, sounds like something that you're pretty interested in, which I know a lot of you guys are, just from the comments that I've been seeing as I've been putting up the videos about this. Okay, right now on the right-hand side, you'll see a button that says Claim My Spot. Okay, you're going to want to click on that. It'll take you to our secure checkout form. From there, just fill in your regular details. Then you'll have instant access. You'll be locked in to the 10-week Master the Fretboard Workshop. And you can get started with the Getting Started module right away. All right, so I'm just going to share my, change my screen back. Just a few questions here. Is it VIP members? Yep, don't worry, guys. VIP members, you guys are already sorted. Okay. So, if this is something you guys want to do, if you want to get a complete knowledge of the fretboard, you want to jump in right now. Now, here's the thing that makes this even more special if you get in right now. Actually, two things. I'm going to tell you two things. Now, number one, this is the 10-week Master the Fretboard live workshop, which means that you actually get a chance to go through the entire workshop live with me in the same way that we've done this, but obviously we're going to be doing 10 weeks of very structured lessons. Less mucking around. It's just about what we're covering, okay? Now, you get to be a part of that. You get to be a part of the creation of this course. You get to actively participate as we go through. And going forward, everybody else is going to only ever be able to get the recordings of what we are going to get to do together. Okay, so this is your chance to jump on board and not only get this huge saving off the regular price that they're going to be selling at, let alone all the bonuses and stuff that you get, but you also get to be a part of this as well. Okay, so I definitely recommend that if you ever wanted to be, improve your guitar playing skills, click that button right now. Claim, Claim My Spot. Okay, and when you claim your spot, you're instantly locked in. Okay, you're instantly locked in for lifetime access to the workshop. All right, now let's go bring up some other stuff here. Okay, a whole bunch of people saying that they're jumping in, which is fantastic. All right. So 1 minute, guys. I just have to bring up some stuff here. All right. So if you guys, sorry guys, there's so many things I have to click on here, so I'm just kind of moving around. Okay. But if this is something you want to do, if you want to become a master of the fretboard, click on that button right now, claim your spot, especially if you want to lock in your discount and if you want to lock in your lifetime access. All right, so now, okay, here is the cool thing. Now, not only do you get all of that stuff, okay, but now I've got to share my screen with these slides again. I totally almost forgot about telling you guys about this. This is something I've never, ever, ever done with a course, okay? In the comment section, if you can see the screen that, sorry, you guys, I'm trying to think of too many things at one time. Put a yes in the comment section if you can see the screen where it's got all the details, 10-week master fretboard details. Now, there's a whole bunch of questions coming through. I'll get to those in just a minute. So Rob says yes, cool. All right. Yes. Fantastic. All right, now check this, guys, out. Check this out. I've never done this before, okay? Everyone who completes the 10-week Master of the Fretboard workshop, so everybody that goes through this whole thing with me and passes the easy multi-question test to prove you completed it, okay? So this is going to prove to me that you have a complete understanding of the fretboard, that you went through the 10-week workshop with me. You'll get a digital certificate signed by me that you can hang on your wall. But that's not all, okay? But this is, going to prove to yourself and prove to others that you now know more than 99% of guitarists out there. You have a complete understanding of the fretboard. And every single person who passes that easy test at the end of the 10-week workshop will be entered in the draw to win a Fender Artist Series Eric Clapton Stratocaster electric guitar with hard case worth $1,699. Now, you may be wondering why on earth I would do that, okay? And I will explain that in just a moment. Now, look how beautiful this thing looks, okay? I'm literally going to be giving away a brand new one of these, and it's going to be sent to whoever the winner is. It's going to be drawn at complete random. There's going to be some other spot prizes and stuff. Obviously, there's just one big prize. I can't afford to give every single one of you guys one of these guitars. It's obviously costing me quite a bit just to do one, okay? But why on earth would I want to give away such a cool prize? And, why would I pull money out of my own pocket to do that, all right? So I'm just going to change it back to my screen here. So Bill says that's a nice incentive to complete the course. And that is what it's all about, okay? Because the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop, I know is going to deliver such amazing results for those who complete it. Now, I've looked at the attendance of some of my previous courses, and it isn't as good as I would prefer. A lot of people purchase a course, and then they don't they don't have the time to, they don't put in the time to go through it. They don't put in the time to actually get the results. Now, what I want this 10-week workshop to do is to transform more people's guitar playing than anything else I've ever done. And that's why I'm really excited about allowing you guys to come on board and do it live with me. So this is an incentive for you to complete the course so that you not only get in the draw to win the guitar, but get some incredible results with your guitar playing. Okay, that's what this is about. I want to see more of you guys get amazing results. Okay, so I thought, screw it. I had a brainstorm. Me and Johnny talked, and some of the other members of the team, and I sort of just threw it out there. And I was thinking, oh, maybe it's not a good idea. And then just thought, hey, screw it. Okay, it's a fantastic guitar, and if giving this guitar away is going to motivate you to go through the entire workshop and get those incredible results for yourself, then it's going to be all worth it. Okay, and I can't wait to see the winner of that guitar absolutely rip it up, because if you win that guitar, you've gone through the workshop, you're going to have such a crazy understanding of the fretboard, you're going to have a lot of fun with it. All right. So, Alan says the link isn't working. Okay, so let's just, if the link isn't working, I'll just put it here. Sam says, I'm motivated. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm just putting this in a sticky note up here. So just in case you guys can't actually see if the link isn't working down there, up here, click on in that green box, and that will allow you to go out to our secure checkout form and get jumped in and get started. All right. So 1 second, guys. I will be answering all those questions I can see flying through. So Ted just says, how soon after the workshop must we take the test? I am going to be very lenient because obviously you can go through the workshop just 10 weeks, but instead of doing the test at the end of 10 weeks, I'm going to extend it out. I haven't got the exact date yet, just purely because I've been so busy organizing everything. But basically the 10-week workshop is going to go through until October. That's when when it will finish. And then I'm going to allow 1 month padding. So you'll have 1 month after the 10th lesson is completed to finish all 10 lessons and pass the test and get your certificate. And if you do that, then you're in the draw to win the guitar. All right. So let me just quickly go here. Okay. Let's have another sip of this. So if you want to completely revolutionize the way you're playing guitar, click that button right now. Get started, okay? Because we can get instant access to the Getting Started module. Now, don't forget you do get access to all of those bonuses as well. That's a total of $790 worth of bonuses on top of all the value you're going to get in the 10-week Master the Fretboard workshop. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is just answer a few questions. Okay, let's just have a look, see here. Zach says, how long do we have to purchase this at the special price? So this won't be up for very long at all. For instance, right now, you can jump on board, and if you do jump on board right now, you're completely locked in. Now, it's not just about getting this release price. It is about getting those bonuses. If you want to get those bonuses, you need to jump in right now to make sure you lock those in, okay? And as soon as... obviously, by the time that we go to start the lessons, it's going to be all over. Registration is going to be open for a very short amount of time. Because obviously we need everybody to be in there before we start the first lesson. You can't really start late with this. You need to be there from week number 1. Okay. There's lots of questions here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to quickly. So Paul says, what will the price be a week from now? A week from now, you'll be paying $197, unfortunately. So definitely jump on board right now. Okay, so click that button, jumped in. Okay, now just for you guys that may be wondering, like, what can people expect from, for instance, my courses? Okay, so I know a lot of you guys have gone through my courses before, and I can see some of you guys will be jumping on this workshop right now, which is fantastic. But I just want to show you guys here, just so you can see some other members of Guitar Mastery Method and how they feel about the lessons, okay? And I have another video which I'll show you much later. We'll do the giveaway, we'll do everything for the Jimi Hendrix pedal, okay? And then obviously you do have that free gift that I'm going to give you guys if you stick with me to the end. And then we'll answer any questions you have about guitar playing. Okay, but remember that if you do want to jump on board to the 10-week workshop, you want to do this right now. Lock in your huge discount, and also lock in all those bonuses. Get your chance to win the Eric Clapton guitar. Okay, I'm really excited about that one. Check out this here.
I signed up for this Guitar Mastery Method course last year. Charlie has a very simple, easy way of explaining things, but he really knows how to get to the bottom of things that you need to learn if you want to become a better guitar player.
I would recommend you to anybody that wanted to play the guitar. Thank you very much.
Let me tell you something.
the language that he takes you into, the world that he takes you into from A to Z, will allow you to learn how to play the guitar.
I'll tell you what, if you just follow the way that he lays it out, right there, you will improve. I guarantee it. Well, I can't guarantee it. Charlie has to guarantee it.
The program you have designed has really helped me out. I've been wanting to learn guitar my entire life. Between the community and the actual response I get if I email you, it's amazing.
I discovered you, Charlie Wallace, and one of the best instructional guitar videos I have ever seen.
Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to say how much Charlie's course has helped me since I signed up about 2 years ago.
This course that I'm doing is invaluable in my playing. I've seen myself that I've improved dramatically.
The customer service, support was incredible. I've used it 2 or 3 times already.
The greatest thing I like about Guitar Mastery Method is the camaraderie and the great community that Charlie and his staff has formed on Guitar Mastery Method.
And it's more than just the excellent tutorials that you provide. It's really your personal enthusiasm that really sets your program apart from the rest of them.
More specifically on the VIP club, I'm a beginner and I thought I wasn't ready for the VIP club. And so, I signed on when I retired to do, when I first won, and then I chickened out just beforehand. And I got a message back, I sent him a message saying I'm not really ready, I think I should give my slot to somebody else. And I got a message back saying, no, just hang in there, give it a shot, you'll be surprised. So I did, I logged on, and it was the best 2 hours I've spent on the whole GMM course, really. It was full-on one-on-one tuition with Charlie, or he has guest instructors talking about stuff, guest guitarists. And everybody's learning, the guest guitarist will say something and Charlie will pop in. He said, never looked at it like that. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And people come up with ideas about how they do things slightly differently. And it's a whole sharing, learning, two-way experience, I learned so much from other guitarists there and from the instructors, little comments, and they do it really slowly and they show you how to play riffs, and if there's somebody has a problem, they go into it and explain it, so it's really good value. And I came out of it thinking, can't wait for the next one.
Guitar Mastery members, and just want to give a little plug for the VIP Club. It's been great for me. I've been with it since the beginning. The webinars are fantastic. I'm learning the fretboard in a way that I didn't know before. So, Charlie, keep it up, man. I love it.
I just want to say thank you, and I look forward to learning some more from you.
Hi, I'm Che. I'm a member of the VIP Club, Guitar Mastery Method. I've improved greatly. I've been playing guitar for on and off over 40 years, and just being a strummer, per se. And Charlie has taught me a lot about the music theory and about scales and things like that, so enabling me to actually play better blues and be able to solo over a lot of songs.
You can go at your own pace. You can watch the videos as many times as you want. If you got questions, you can send him send an email in, and he'll answer your questions. So I'd highly recommend it for anybody that is beginning and wants to learn to play, or anybody that has been playing a long time and wants to get better.
And may your dream and goal of learning how to play the guitar the way you want to start today.
All right, so you're back with me now, guys. Okay, so if you do want to jump on board with this, make sure you are doing it right now, okay, because this can cut down at any time. You guys all saw the webinar just pop out for a minute before, okay? The same thing can happen. Make sure you do jump on board. Click that link. Go and register your spot. Claim your seat, okay? It's going to be absolutely amazing, and you get to go through it and be a part of the creation of it, which is going to be really, really awesome. All right, so I've just had a few questions come through, and I'm going to be going through and answering these for you, okay? So when and how do I get access to the lessons? Okay, so you guys, I see some VIP members here. Okay, so remember, guys, if you're a VIP member, you're already covered. You already have access to it. Okay, for you guys that aren't VIP members, maybe you do own one of my previous courses. Okay, maybe you have lifetime access to one of my courses. Then it's not included in that. Okay, you have to jump on board if you want to get access to the 10-week workshop. Quite often, sometimes you guys, even VIP members, what they prefer to do with an offer like this is to jump on board so that they do have lifetime access, because obviously this price will not be repeated. And then that way, if you ever decided to stop your VIP membership, you will still have lifetime access to the workshop. Okay, so people are asking, when and how do I get access to the lessons? Okay, so this is the way that it works. You click that button. It takes you to our secure checkout form. Fill in your regular details, click submit. As soon as you've done that, your account is registered and your seat is registered for the 10-week workshop. From there, you have instant access to the Getting Started module. So you actually have an email, and in that email is a link to the members area with your login information. Okay, from there, you just log in. You have a bunch of other stuff in the members area that you get access to, but then obviously the 10-week master fretboard page, and on there you have the Getting Started module. So you have over a dozen videos that you can get started right now to build the solid foundation that everything we're going to be covering in the 10-week workshop is going to be going from. So I'd recommend jumping in there straight away, because obviously the first lesson is 2 weeks away, which we'll get to that in just a second. But you want to make sure you have this real solid foundation to build from, just to make sure that you do get the absolute most out of these lessons. Now, from there, you'll also see a link where you claim your seat for the first week. The first week of the workshop is not next Sunday, the Sunday after. So it's Sunday, the 13th of August at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So what that means is that in 2 weeks from today, we're actually going to be doing the first workshop lesson live, just like this. Okay, so if you're wondering, like, at the time, is it going to suit me? Are the times going to suit me? If you're watching this right now live with me, then this is the exact time that the lessons are going to be held. Okay, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So for me here in New Zealand, for instance, that's 9 a.m. on Monday morning. In the UK, I believe it is 10 p.m. on Sunday night. And if you are in Pacific Time in the US, then that's 2 p.m. start. Now, if you can't attend the live sessions, that is absolutely fine. All good, because remember, you get lifetime access to the recordings of the sessions. You can go through as many times as you like. So even if you join on the live session and you have to leave early or something, then, or just one of the sessions don't work, you've got to go out for family dinner or something, then you're going to have lifetime access to the recording. So you'll always be able to go through the entire GPR system, the entire 10-week workshop, step by step, in your own time and on your own schedule. Okay, now that's the most powerful thing. Okay, now one thing is that I'm also offering, just like I always do, a rock solid 60-day money back guarantee. So that means you can jump on board, you can do the entire 10-week workshop for 60 full days. Okay, join us for 60 full days in the workshop, learn as much as you possibly can, and then you can send us an email and get a refund purely because you don't like the way I talk or anything at all. Okay, if you jump on board and you don't start getting a really amazing understanding of the fretboard, just send us an email and we'll give you a refund. Okay, now I always say that I simply don't want your money if you aren't happy. If you aren't getting the results that you paid for, then quite frankly, I don't deserve it. Okay, and that's why I am so passionate about this stuff, is because I put my heart and soul into Guitar Mastery Method. It's all I do, pretty much. Okay, I eat, sleep, and breathe this thing. Okay, I've had 3 hours sleep. I was working all night getting this lesson ready for you guys. Okay, now I just have this huge passion for guitar, and I have this huge passion for sharing it. Okay, now I really am hugely stoked about the results that I know this 10-week workshop is going to deliver for you guys. So if you want to experience those results for yourself, then definitely jump on board. But as I mentioned, if you just decide for whatever reason that it isn't for you, you're fully covered by a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. People said I don't learn very fast. Would these lessons be good for me? Absolutely, because the whole workshop is cut up into bite-sized sections. So each piece builds upon each other. So you just learn a little bit here, and then a little bit, and then a little bit, and then a little bit. And each of those pieces of the puzzle compound, and you start getting massive, massive results. But the entire thing is designed with simplicity in mind. That's what why the GPR system is so powerful. That's why this workshop is so powerful, is because everything is just bite-sized. You get to bite it, chew it, digest it before learning the next piece. As you go through, even if you can't keep up, let's say that the whole thing is designed to be very easy to follow along, but if it goes too fast for whatever reason, you have lifetime access to the course that you can go through on your own schedule, so you don't have to feel pressured to keep up, okay? Everything is going to be very easy to follow, okay? And remember that you do have that extra month of padding at the end before you have to get the final test in to be in the draw to win the Eric Clapton Artist Series signature electric guitar Fender Stratocaster, worth $1,699. All right. Now, let's just go through here. So if I happen to miss, there's so many questions here, guys. If I happen to miss any of them, please just email me, support@guitarmasteringmethod.com, and we will get back to you. Obviously, it's only 10:52 a.m. here today. Johnny and I are going to be working all through the day, helping you guys out. And so if you have any trouble, please just email us, okay? Now, if you do want to make sure you grab in this offer, make sure you do act fast. There's not much time before we do shut everything down. Okay, so I'm just going to be looking for questions specifically on the 10-week workshop, and then I can answer any questions you have about guitar at all. And then, of course, we are doing the giveaway for the Jimi Hendrix wire pedal. Okay. Where are we? So Win says, what's the difference between this course and Guitar Mastery 101? The way that it's executed, obviously. And it's also about, a 101 does cover a lot of stuff, okay? And you can learn, for instance, if you have Guitar Mastery 101, you can learn a huge amount from it. I would suggest that the main difference between Guitar Mastery 101 and this here is that Guitar Mastery 101 covers a huge amount, and this is specifically on the fretboard, okay? Now, the other thing is that you're doing this live with me. So as we walk through and we explain everything, and the stuff that we do cover is different to what is in Guitar Mastery 101. First of all, some of it is the same in the theory section of Guitar Mastery 101, okay? But there is a lot of extra stuff that we're adding in here. Now, obviously you have the live element, so you're going to be able to understand this a whole lot more as we go through, because you can ask questions and get those answered. And remember, this is only ever going to happen live once. Now, especially once we get into the later sections of the 10-week workshop, we're going to be covering stuff that I've never, ever shared with anyone before. And that's part of the reason why I'm really, really excited about the 10-week workshop and the results that I know it's going to give you guys. So people are asking for a payment option. Unfortunately, that's something that is not available right now, especially because of this discounted rate. The $97 is such a massive discount that unfortunately it's not something that we can offer right now. Greg says, what skill level do you need to learn from the GPR system? Okay, now the GPR system is obviously what I teach in the 10-week Master Fretboard workshop. So it doesn't necessarily matter what skill level you are right now. I would suggest that if you are a complete beginner, you may find it hard, okay? And I would say that realistically, it's not for beginners. If you have even somewhat of an understanding of how to play guitar, then you'll be fine, because we have the Getting Started module, which is designed to bring you up to speed before the first week. Okay, so it's designed to get you ready to be able to completely understand the first lesson and keep up. So you're going to be building these physical guitar playing skills and learning the stuff, so you're not going to be overwhelmed. Okay, the Getting Started module covers all of that. All right. Yeah, so David said, will this course be too advanced for beginners? So it's designed to build, as I mentioned, like step by step, a jigsaw puzzle that fits perfectly together. Okay, so a lot of you guys may know, for instance, like 2 tiny bits throughout the whole thing, and may feel like you know, you're an alright guitarist, okay, but still feel like there's that level of frustration with the fretboard, or you might not have anything at all. What this is going to do is it's going to start building from scratch, from ground zero, everything you need to have complete understanding of the fretboard. So if you're a beginner guitarist, you're going to be building a complete new understanding of the fretboard. And if you're a more advanced guitar player, you're going to be filling in every single little gap, and everything's going to finally make sense. And of course, we're going to be going into the more advanced stuff later on. All right. Going through this stuff, honestly, guys, you will know more than literally 99% of guitarists out there in the world. That's just the reality of this. All right. So Mike says, how do we get the getting started module? It's already included. So as soon as you click on that button over here, okay, you fill in your regular details, get the email with the login details into the members area. As soon as you log in, you'll see it's already there, already waiting for you. They're good to go, ready to go. In fact, we put the last final touches on it this morning just before we actually jumped on the live session. So it's in there, all ready to go. All right. So John says, could you explain the test again? I was signing up. Okay, so what's going to happen is that everybody that goes through, the entire workshop, okay, so sorry. So Nick says, and now you tell me it's not for absolute beginners. Now, you will be fine as long as you go through the getting started module. So if you've never touched a guitar before, there is enough to cover everything in their getting started module and get you up to speed. Okay, so don't worry, Nick, you will be able to follow along, and you will be able to get great results. So basically what's going to happen, guys, is I'm giving away an Eric Clapton Fender Stratocaster, Artist Series Fender Stratocaster with a hard case, and I'll send it anywhere in the world to whoever wins the guitar. This is worth $1,699, and I'll obviously also pay for the shipping. This is something that I'm willing to pay out of my own pocket as an incentive for you to complete the course entirely. So what happens is that you register, you go through the entire workshop. At the end of the workshop, I give you a test, very easy test. Okay, if you didn't go through the 10-week workshop, you're not going to be able to answer the questions. But if you have gone through the 10-week workshop, it's going to be very easy, just a multi-question test. And then after that, that's going to prove to me that you have a complete understanding of the fretboard. From there, I'll give you a digital signed certificate that you can print out and hang on your wall to show everyone that you now have complete understanding of the fretboard. And every single person who passes that test will go in the draw to win that Eric Clapton Fender Stratocaster guitar. And then it's going to be chosen at random, like a random selection tool. Okay, and it's going to completely pick one person, okay, to win this guitar at random. All right. So we're going to be giving away the Jimi Hendrix wah pedal very soon. Okay. How long will each lesson be? So each lesson will be ranging from 1 hour to 2 hours. Okay, now remember, you don't have to stick there for the whole session because, as I mentioned, you will have the recordings if you can't keep there for the whole lesson. But obviously, turning up in live is the best possible way. Is this the price in US dollars? Yes, that's $97 US. So Lawrence, VIP members are included into the contest for the Eric Clapton Stratocaster as well. Yes. Okay. So Joe says, just got my confirmation email. That's awesome. Rob says, so if you can understand what you went over today, you'll be okay. Absolutely. In fact, even if you didn't understand what we went over today, because we have the entire getting started module, which will bring you up to speed even before the first session. All right, so that looks like all the questions there are about the VIP club. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to be going through all of the other questions here about guitar playing. But if right now you have any questions about the 10-week Master the Fretboard workshop, then put those in the comment section over here right now. Let me know. I want to make sure I answer all of those questions for you before we move on. All right. So we are going to be giving away that Jimi Hendrix wah pedal very soon. Okay, I just want to go and answer some questions. So Benjamin says, Charlie, this is super awesome. That's cool, man. Glad you're enjoying it. All right, so Miles said, sorry, Lane says, I did not get my confirmation email for the workshop just yet. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes it takes like 15, 20 minutes to arrive. If you don't get your email for whatever reason, all you need to do is just email us, support@guitarmasterymethod.com, and we'll get you sorted very quickly. In fact, we'll get you sorted today because that's what we do here. We get people sorted with their guitar playing with their account, okay? All right. So, yeah, and if you guys have any trouble whatsoever, just get in touch. We'll get you all sorted. So Miles said, how do you eliminate wasted motion? Okay, now the way that you do it, okay, now this is going back to the exercises. Now, we are going to be rounding this up very soon, guys. So remember, if this 10-week workshop is something that you want to do, make sure you click on that link. And remember, I'm going to be giving away the wah pedal and also giving you that bonus of the guitarist's mindset for sticking with me. So even if you don't win the wah pedal, you still won't leave empty-handed, okay? So eliminating wasted motions is very important, okay, to build up your speed. Now, I'll show you why. Because if we're down here like this, and I wanted to play this note here, and if I was doing this, like that, it's too big of a movement, okay? Now you notice how I can do that a lot faster, okay? Like this, okay? I can't do that, okay? So what I want to do is practice slowly doing this, moving the smallest possible amount to get the string to move. Like that, okay? The smallest possible amount to get the string to move. And it's going to feel weird, but then as you start increasing your speed, and remember, like, you're not going to increase your speed like that. You're going to practice it to a metronome, but then eventually, okay, now notice here, just a tiny little movement. I'm not doing this because that's the same amount of effort, but it's half the speed, like the third of the speed, quarter of the speed, okay? Okay, so on this side, the way you eliminate wasted motions is keeping your fingers close to the strings, doing the same thing, and just trying to keep them close to the strings. Now you notice I'm not doing this. Wasted movement, okay, wasted movement, and I can feel that's hurting my hand, or like just moving my hand too much. Okay, there's no way I could do it like that if I had too much wasted movement. So, you know, think about this. All right, tapping bit. It's just little tiny movements. Okay, so that's how you're going to work with that. So I've just seen a few questions pop in. So I hope that helps, man. If you have any other questions like that, just let me know. Okay, so okay, so where is that? Yeah, so there was reference material question there. Okay. So yeah, so when Johnny answers these questions, they kind of disappear. But that was a good question. So there's will there be reference material for each lesson? So each lesson you will get a PDF download to go through. Okay, just like how, for instance, I gave a PDF here, you're going to have a much more in-depth version that you can go through to go through the lesson. All right. Now I want to see if I can. Yeah, I can't see any of those questions. All right. So Timothy says there must be a lot of traffic on the web page because my page is still trying to get my seat. So that is probably the case. I know that there are a lot of people on here and a lot of people going to the website. So please, if you have any trouble locking in your spot, then don't worry. We'll get you sorted. Just please be patient because there are so many people going to register right now. Our website is probably having a little bit of trouble keeping up. Okay. So Lawrence says, interesting. I see after so many years, I have bad habits, wasted movements, and yes, my hand hurts. Absolutely. It is amazing how much your guitar playing will improve once you do spend a little bit of time just to eliminate some of those. Okay. So Nia says, where can I find the exercise of note? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Joe's looking for an electric guitar, looking for another one around 300 US range. I would suggest trying to get either a Squier Classic Vibe, specifically Classic Vibe series. They are much better than the normal Squiers. Squier Classic Vibe, which are made by Fender. They are great guitars around that price range. And also there is the cheaper Epiphone Les Pauls. Okay, now I would suggest sometimes you get them on special. And I would suggest going for like a Les Paul traditional, Les Paul custom, not the studio. I would not recommend getting the cheap versions of the Epiphone Les Paul Studios. Okay, so Rick says, you heard this before, but I'm still having problems moving between cage. So if you're having trouble moving between cage, the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop is going to completely change everything for you, change everything for your guitar playing, because you're not just going to be learning cage, you're going to be learning a huge amount of stuff as well. David says, I'll assume that I need an amp, and you don't necessarily need an amp. You can go through this entire course with, the entire workshop with an acoustic guitar. In fact, I play just as much acoustic guitar, if not more, than I do electric guitar. Obviously, I do a lot of these demonstrations on electric guitar purely because most people here are tuning up with electric guitar. Okay, so so do I play classical at all? Yes, I do play classical guitar. I really don't have a classical guitar in this room right now, but I love playing that Spanish stuff. I always muck it up when I try to play on electric because the strings are so close together. I'm just not used to, you know. It's terrible with the distortion. Anyway. All right, can I recommend a string gauge? Absolutely. All right, so I'd recommend 10s for anyone. Okay, it totally depends what you're doing. Terry, give me a little bit more. What level are you at? How long have you been playing guitar? What kind of guitar do you have? What kind of style do you want to play? And who are your favorite guitarists? Let me know and I'll be able to answer that. Okay, so Michael is asking if he claimed a spot. Then what you want to do is, if you've gone through and it says you're registered, then you will be registered. If for any reason something hasn't gone through, you're not sure, just email us, support@guitarmastermethod.com, and we'll make sure that you get sorted. Also I saw a question here, someone asking about, I saw it fly over as I was giving that demonstration before, asking, saying they're interested but wanting to know how much the VIP club is. Now the VIP club is actually not available for a public to register for right now. We only open it for a very short amount of time, and we closed it recently, unfortunately. If you do jump on board to the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop, you will have a chance to jump on board to the VIP club at that time. Okay, how much would a cheap amp cost? Maybe totally depends. You can get cheap amps from $30. I'd recommend spending like 100, 150. Get like a nice little cheap guy like this, maybe $80. All right. Robert says, I'm a total beginner, but I'm going to make this work for me. That's it, man. That's the way. As long as you got that dedication, no one can stop you. Okay. All right, so Terry says, I play mainly acoustic. Would like to play electric lead. Favorite guitarist is Roy Gallagher. So what I would recommend is 12s on your acoustic guitar and 10s on your electric guitar. Okay, now they're just pretty standard gauges. And then when you want to start getting more tone, then you're going to want to amp up the, maybe go to 11s on your electric guitar. But don't worry about going to 11s straight away, because it is going to hurt your fingers if you just jump to that. All right. So John says, will today's webinar be included? So you mean a replay? We possibly could get the lesson segment and put it in there if you would like. It's definitely not something we planned on. All right. So Timothy says, he's asking about the t-shirts. So you guys that jumped on board for the VIP club, we had a massive issue with the t-shirts. So just quickly, I just wanted to let you know that they're apparently, people are finally receiving them. So it should be very close. You should have it within the next few days. It's been such a headache. You got no idea. Like, I think it's come down to one person doing such a terrible job. We sent out a huge amount of t-shirts. It was crazy. But the thing is that we basically, another company does it. We gave them the money, and then nothing happened. And it was just unbelievably frustrating. Our DVDs got sent out straight away. The t-shirts just didn't. And so I've just been like battling with them. And they finally sent through some tracking information. They said, long story, but you will get it very soon. And I apologize about that. So frustrating. Johnny and I are so pissed off because it's just like, it's not fair for you guys, you know. But that's the issue with physical products, right? You know, sitting out, even though it was free. Even though they were free gifts, right? Still, I promised them, and I wanted to make sure they delivered, and they are on their way. I promise that you're definitely going to be getting those free gifts that I did promise. Obviously, you guys do have the DVD. Okay, so we haven't done the giveaway just yet, but we will be doing that very, very soon. All right, so Duncan's asked for a that Hendrix lick again, so we'll go over that very shortly. All right, so what we're going to be doing right now. Okay, so William says, is there a big difference between made in Mexico and made in USA strats? There is, and it's to do with the DVD. Sorry, not the DVD. It's to do with the quality of the instrument. Okay, and definitely recommend the USA ones. All right, guys. So just as a reminder, the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop, if you want to lock in your huge discount, okay, click on that button right now, claim my spot, and go grab that right now, as we will be wrapping up very soon. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this here. So if you guys have been waiting patiently, we're going to be doing the drawing for the Jimi Hendrix wah pedal, okay? So, up in the top section over here, in the green box, it will say enter to win here. Click on that link. All you're doing is entering your email address and your name. Don't enter your email address if you are not comfortable with other people seeing it, because that is how the winner of this is going to be selected. And it's only be up there for a brief moment, but it's as it goes through and randomly gets selected. Now, the reason for that is that a lot of people on here, and it is possible that two people have the same name. And if I say that Charlie Wallace is one, and there's another Charlie Wallace, then that's not fair. Okay, so that's why we do it by email, and then we know exactly who it is. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to put it in here as well. So enter to win here in the comment section. Okay, so now you're going to want to go right now and enter to win this pedal. Now, I'll give you guys a few minutes to go and do that, because sometimes the website can get overloaded with so many people going in there at the same time. Okay. All right, so now remember as well, if I don't get to your question, because there are so many questions here that I'm going to try and get through. If I happen to miss your question, then please email support@guitarmasterymethod.com because I want to answer those questions for you. Okay. Now, let's have a little look-see here. Okay, and remember, guys, that even if you don't win the wah pedal, I'm still going to be giving you a copy of The Guitarist's Mindset absolutely free as a thank you for sticking with me here. And so that way, nobody's going to leave here empty-handed, which is pretty cool. All right. So, hey, you guys that have jumped in and you're now part of the 10-week workshop, I just want to sort of see how many people we got here and how many people who are, really dedicated to becoming better guitarists. Can you just put in the comment section, I'm in? Just put, yes, I'm in the comment section right now if you have registered and claimed your seat for the 10-week Master the Fretboard workshop, or if you're a VIP member and already have your seat locked in, okay? Put I'm in just so we can sort of get a quick little heat count and see how many people got in there. Okay, we've got Chris, we've got James, Kevin, Dave. Oh man, there's lots of you guys. It's flying through very far. I can't even keep up with this. Greg, Tim, Andy, Jim, Mike, Nick, William, Daniel, Gary, Roberts. Man, there's so many of you guys. This is awesome. You guys are fantastic. You're going to have such a huge amount of fun. Look at this, guys. Look how many people have jumped in on this. You guys are fantastic. We're going to be having so much fun. I can't wait for the first week. It's 2 weeks away, but we are going to be covering a huge amount of stuff. This is absolutely awesome, guys. You guys rock. Okay, now if you guys aren't in yet, look at how many people have jumped in. This is for a reason, because the results that this is going to deliver are going to be absolutely mind-blowing. So jump in right now, claim your spot, because all of us that they're saying I'm in here, and 2 weeks from today, we're going to be in one of these live sessions, and we're going to be jumping into week number 1 of the 10-week Master Fretboard workshop, and we're going to be learning some pretty cool stuff. All right, so click on that claim offer button, claim my seat, and go and get registered right now. And you're also locking in all of those extra bonuses as well. All right, so would you say Buddy Guy actually has an individual style? I would say so, yeah. Duncan has asked, did the Hendrix lick again? Can you zoom in on your picking hand on the choke, and can you turn the neck around so I can see your thumb position, please? Absolutely. Let's do that right now. Okay, this is kind of thing, like as you're going through the workshop, if you guys can ask questions like this and we get them answered live, there's going to be less people going through the workshop than we have on this here, so you get a little bit more personal attention as well. Okay, so lots of people still saying amen. That's fantastic. All right, so the Hendrix lick. Put on a bit of distortion there. Okay, here we go. So it's not about the thumb for the mute. I'm playing it. I'm going like this. Exaggerated. I'm doing this. Okay, but you can also do all those licks moving anywhere on the fretboard too. For instance, Stevie Ray Vaughan on. So Ted says, is that an HS Strat? So yeah, so what? This actually it's a standard USA Strat, but I just wanted to get a little bit more of a rockier kind of sound. So I've got this Seymour Duncan JB4 in the bridge there. Obviously, it's this guitar is quite reminiscent of old Jake E. Lee from who played guitar for Ozzy Osbourne. All right. Oh. Gary got it. Bark at the Moon. That's the one. All right, cool. So if you guys have any questions that I haven't answered yet, put them in the comment section again if you can. Just I don't want to miss any of them. All right, so Nick says, I'm away on August 13th. Can I pick that lesson when I return to DAO 2 later? Absolutely, because you're going to have lifetime access to the members area, lifetime access to the 10-week workshop that you can go through as many times as you like, okay? So you're going to have all the recordings there forever, okay? All right, so James says, go Jakey Lee. Okay, now, I'm just going to check this, and I just want to, if you guys haven't entered to win the Jimi Hendrix wah pedal yet, make sure you click on that link in that green box. Go put your name in there right now, because we are going to be drawing that very soon. So Keith says, your system says it won't process my order. So, sorry, I read that name wrong. Kelly says, your system says it won't process my order. If you're having any issues, please just email us, support@guitarmastermethod.com. We will get you sorted as soon as possible. All right. So Bill says, see you in 2 weeks, Charlie. Thanks for the workshop. Got to go get up early in the morning. Everybody have a rocking week. Yes, Bill, you will be notified. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to kind of check the numbers here and see if everybody is registered yet. Because if you guys have registered, then we're going to be good to go, and we can actually start do the drawing for this live pedal. Now, there is a little bit of a process that I have to go through in order to actually do the drawing. A little bit of a pain in the butt sort of thing. Okay, but let's do this. This usually takes a little while. Okay. All right, so Craig, if you're a VIP member, you don't have to do anything. You're already registered. Okay, say pedal again. Pedal, pedal. Don't make fun of my New Zealand accent, Robert. Brian says green box link doesn't work. I'd suggest copying and pasting the link if that's the case. Don says the drawing seemed kind of fast last time. It takes a while for me to get everything sorted, and then it happens fast. But until then, it's slow. Okay. Now. So remember, guys, if you haven't yet, I definitely recommend you jump on board with this 10-week Master the Fretboard workshop. Okay. It's going to be absolutely life-changing for your guitar playing. Now, I do actually have some videos I want to share with two guys that are actually here. It's John Mark Colt and Johnny G. Now, these guys have learned the stuff that I'm teaching in the 10-week Master Fretboard workshop and have literally experienced life-changing results. They put in the work and they really, really got amazing results. I'm going to share with you that very soon. Okay. So now let's go like this. I want to see how many entries we have so far. Lawrence says, I like when you say guitar mystery method. It's mastery, mastery. All right, so that's not the right one. Where are we? Where are we? Here we go. Okay. Johnny says, come on, I'll be running out of beer. Hold on, man. I've got to wait for this stuff to load. All right, guys. So okay, if you haven't if you haven't jumped on board to win the pedal yet, you're going to want to do that right now, because we're going to be turning this off very soon, okay? And I can see there is a bunch of people here who haven't already done that. So just by being here, okay, I don't have access to your information, okay? And if I don't have access to your information, I can't let you know that you are the winner. So what I need you to do is to click on that link, which you can see up here on the green, and go and put your name and email address in there, okay? Now, if I see any duplicate entries, you will be eradicated, okay? So don't try and cheat the system, because it is unbeatable, because now I triple check everything. I had a bad experience recently that some of you guys know about. Someone ripping us off, and that was not cool. But I'm going to triple check everything. Triple check absolutely everything, okay? But yeah, go and enter to win there. And we'll be doing that very shortly. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of trying to think of too many things at once. I do that all the time. Carlos, no, we did not. Unfortunately not. But we do have... He will be getting followed up with the legal system, which is not going to be good for him. All right. So Nye says, where's the PDF for exercise? Okay, now I'll just give you that link, Nye. There we go. So you should have that link. Click on that; it'll take you to the thing. Okay. All right. Let's see how many entries we got now for the pedal, and then I'll make a decision if we have enough yet. All right. So it looks like everybody who wants to enter has already entered. I'll give you one more minute. One more minute, and then we are going to be doing this. So Sean says, thanks for the workshop. That's awesome. All right. So Nick, no, you'll be fine. I'm talking about people who try to cheat the system. You're all good. Oh, Mr. Scary. I can't really remember how to play that. It's been so long. Okay, so you guys would be sweet if you put your email address in there, okay? Okay, so tips on doing rakes. All right, so hey Johnny, can you give Mike the link to the PDF there? So Charles says if you're playing straight to amp or pedals, so just straight into the amp. All right. Okay, now rakes. Here's what I recommend to get good with rakes. Okay, is to do an exercise I call smashing and playing scales, muting and smashing scales. So get a scale pattern, and then do this. Back and forth over all 6 strings while muting all 6 strings with your left hand. Okay, and then you go to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what we're doing there is we're going through the entire scale, but I'm muting every single string except for the one that I want to hit every 4th note. Okay, so I'm going 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this is going to get you used to muting all the strings that you don't want to make sound. When you do that, you can hit all 6 strings and get 1 to sound. So instead of going, you can go, get that percussive kind of sound in there with it, which is what the breaks are for you guys that aren't familiar with that. That's how I'd recommend doing that. And then once you start developing that, your right hand will pretty much be good to go. Because you see I'm using a combination of this hand and this hand, okay? But if you're using this hand, it's going to make this hand's job a lot easier. Okay, so you guys, so don't worry if you feel like you've done duplicate entries, you'll be fine, because if you put your name and your email address as the same thing, it's only going to count it 1 time. Even if you put it in 10 times, 1 time. But if I find out that you've put in fake email addresses or something, then you're gone. Then you're gone. Okay. Now, just going to refresh this one more time, and then we're going to export this. Okay, so no more registering for the giveaway. We're going to be doing this giveaway very, very soon. And remember, guys, 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop. If you want to lock in that huge, huge discount, okay, now just while I just wait just a tiny little bit more, it's in case you guys are already on the page, what I want to do right now is share this here. August 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern time, so the same start time that this lesson started at. Complete step-by-step walkthrough of the entire GPR system through the 10-week workshop. Each of these live sessions is worth $79, and you get 10 of them, so that's a total value of $790. You get lifetime access to the live lesson recordings. Bonus number 1, extra wrap-up and Q&A live session, $79 value. Bonus number 2, how to break down any legendary guitarist style live session, $109 value. Bonus number 3, how to find or make a band get gigs, even just jam with local musicians, $129 value. Bonus number 4, the me, Will Ripley, and Mike Baldy live solo talk, $149 value. Unlimited email support, $324 value. So if you have trouble with anything, you let us know, we get you sorted. Quite often we even record videos specifically for you to help you overcome what's holding you back. Also get access to the private members only Facebook community, which is absolutely priceless. Okay, you get extra bonus lessons in there as well. Bonus live lessons that are put directly into the group. A total real world value of $1,580. As I mentioned, I'm going to let people jump in at $197. However, right now, while you're on here with me live, you can get all of this for just $97. Lifetime access for $97 to everything that I've mentioned here. If you want to do that, you want to jump on board, you want to get amazing results with your guitar playing, click the claim offer button on the right, and you get to be a part of this workshop, the creation of it as well, because we're going to be going through it live. Everyone else is just going to get the recordings. You get to go through the sessions live with me. And on top of that, everyone who completes the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop and passes the easy multi-question test to prove you completed it at the end, which you will be very, very easy to answer if you did go through the workshop, you'll get a digital certificate signed by me and will be entered to win, in the draw, to win a Fender Artist Series Eric Clapton Stratocaster electric guitar with case worth $1,699. As I mentioned before, this is my incentive for you to go through the course. Now, obviously, becoming a great guitar player and having complete understanding of the fretboard is motivation enough. This is just that little extra push over the cliff, okay, to make sure that you're going to go through it and you're going to stick with me and you're going to get the results that I know this workshop is going to deliver you, okay? Look how beautiful this thing looks, right? Now, I know you guys want this, right? So that's why I chose this specific guitar, an Eric Clapton signature model Artist Series guitar with a case, all right? And you also get all of this stuff here right now, lifetime access for just $97. Cool. Rick says, yeah, baby. Awesome. All right. So Ted says, I'll be away week 1. So can't sign up this time. Can't sign up this time. When will you offer the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop again? Never. Not live anyway. Okay, so you don't have to be here for week 1. Even if you are away, you get lifetime access to the recordings. Okay, so do remember that. Lifetime access to the recordings. That means you can go through it in your own schedule. So if you're not here week 1, that's fine. You can catch up and still continue through the workshop. Okay, so I definitely recommend that you jump on board right now, because right now it's a possibility, to be honest, that we will offer it out as recordings in the future, obviously at a much higher price, but it's not definite. So if you do want to make all good. Hopefully I'm still here. Hopefully you guys can still see me. So if there is yes, absolutely. Sorry. So okay, so what we want to do, freaked out for a minute there. I thought I lost everyone. Okay. So yeah, if you want to make sure you're part of the 10-week workshop, you got to get in right now. John says, when do you take the test? So it's at the end. You have a month after the 10 weeks finish to take the test to be in the draw to win the guitar. All right, now will we be able to break my bad habits of guitar playing? Kevin asks. I am the bad habit breaker. That's what I do. All right, so now let's get this stuff sorted and get the giveaway underway. Now, please bear with me. Now, I'm going to take like 2 minutes, and then we'll be doing the live giveaway for the Jimi Hendrix Wah, okay? Now, as I mentioned, guys, this is a very limited time offer. You want to lock in your discount. You want to lock in your bonuses. Click on that link right now. Claim my spot and get locked in and registered for the 10-week workshop. Now, this is not what I want. Man, my stomach is churning. I am so hungry. Straight after this, I'm going to go get some lunch. I obviously did not have enough for breakfast. I should have known. I have this live lesson to do. I should have eaten more porridge with blueberries and almond milk. All right. So let's go like this. All right. So you guys want to know what your chances are? Much better than lottery. Chances are 1 in 158. There's 158 people who have entered to win the Jimi Hendrix Wah pedal. Now, what I want to say before we do this giveaway is, Ilkin says, you vegan? I actually am. Recently. I'm trying it out. It seems to be working very well for me. Okay. So you guys that just remember that the so I'm going to be doing the giveaway, but remember that even if you don't walk away with the only one person gets to do it. If you don't win the Wah pedal, I'm still going to give you the guitarist mindset, so you're not going to leave empty-handed. Okay, so let's go like this. Okay, so stick with me even if you don't win. Seriously, it's going to all be worth it. All right, here we go. Everybody's email addresses are loaded in. As I mentioned, you're going to see email addresses on the screen just for a little bit. I'm going to click a button and a winner will be selected. All email addresses are here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Where's the noise? Where's the noise? It's not giving us the noise. Bulldog998@yahoo.com. All right, so let me just go. Bulldog. Here we go. Rick. You haven't put your last name in there, Rick. But we do have your email address here, so we will be in touch. So, of course, right now, what you can do, Rick, is you can email us, but we will also email you, make sure that it is you. He said, there you are, Rick. That me. Awesome, man. Congratulations, Rick. You are now the winner or the owner of the Jimi Hendrix signature wah pedal. Now, as I mentioned, guys, I am going to be giving you guys a you're not leaving empty-handed. I am giving you guys a bonus here. Okay. Now, just before I do that, okay, what I want to do is tell you guys, hey, Devin, that's not nice. We can congratulate him. He just won a pedal. All right. So remember, guys, this 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop is not going to be around for long. If you want to lock in your spot, you have to do it right now. Click on that button. Go get registered. Okay. Now, for you guys that want to get the guitarist mindset, okay, the report that I'm offering, all you have to do, okay, is it is actually hidden on the order form. So if you want to go and download the guitarist mindset, your free gift for sticking with me here, click on the Claim My Spot button. Now, when you're on that page, you have two options. You can enter your regular details and get locked in for the 10-week Master the Fretboard Live Workshop and change the way you play guitar forever. Or you don't register and you don't improve your guitar playing. You don't get to be a part of the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop. 2 weeks from today, you won't be live with us. But I hope that you did at least get some stuff out of this live lesson. And to download the bonus, at the very bottom of that page, the very, very bottom, you'll see one tiny little word that says mindset. The very bottom in the middle of that page, just click on that button. Click on that word mindset, and that'll take you to a page to download your free bonus for sticking in there with me. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I want to share with you guys 2 case studies. You can probably hear my stomach rumbling. I need to eat some food. Timothy, would you know what would make a vegan diet better? Just add meat. That's a good one. I think kind of defeats the purpose, though. All right. So what we're going to do right now, okay, is so you guys can go and grab that. So remember, you're going to click on Claim Offer, okay, and then it's at the bottom. If you don't want to sign up for the register for the 10-week workshop, at the bottom, Mindset, and that way you can download the free PDF report. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to play a video for you guys, and this video is basically 2 case studies of Guitar Mastery Method members that have experienced great results. Okay, now we got John Mark Culp and Johnny G. Now I know that at least Johnny G was here. I think John Mark Culp is as well, and they may have left already, but you guys will see just how inspiring these guys are. They're a part of the community, and a lot of you guys that are already members of one course or another in the Facebook community know these guys. And so very recently, it was last week, I said, hey guys, you know, you guys got a few minutes. Can we just jump on a call and just let me know what you've experienced after learning the fretboard, what it was like before you knew the fretboard, what it was like learning the fretboard. And this way you guys that like are maybe struggling with guitar and not sure if the 10-week workshop is going to work for you, you can see what it was like for these guys that went from, like Johnny G said, he felt like he was bashing his head up against the wall, to now being an absolute killer blues guitarist, like playing live shows, getting, you know, huge applause from people like this. And we got John Mark Culp, his 40,000 subscribers to his radio channel, Django Radio. These guys are just getting out there and putting their music out there and just becoming great guitar players. So I'm just going to play this video. Remember, if you want to jump on board with us, the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop, click Claim My Spot right now. Jump on in there, and we're going to have a huge amount of fun. And as I mentioned, it's going to change the way you play guitar forever, just like it was able to change the lives of John Mark Culp and Johnny G.
Honestly. It's like a roadmap. I mean, once I did it, I pretty much gave up guitar until I started Guitar Mastery Method. And it inspired me. It's like the light went on, and all these years of writing music, I can all of a sudden just put it all together so quickly now. And my brother, who plays bass, doesn't really know how to play bass, so I'm showing him what notes to play. The same with my nephew. I'm trying to get him, I'm teaching him what I know, what I've learned. So it's spreading. It's my world now, you know, right here. And it's all because of this course that got me off on that path, you know. So it just freed me up. I mean, you know, now it doesn't even appear like I think about it. You know, I can sit down and hear a song and, you know, and like when I'm going to the webinars and stuff like that, I can play right along with them. And I pick up little things every single time I go to a webinar, every time. You know, anymore, it's become like second nature. You know, I could sit down, I already know where I'm going to go on the guitar. I never played lead guitar. I was always a rhythm guitar player. I always played 12-string rhythm or 6-string rhythm. But now I feel like I can go anywhere and play lead guitar, you know, with any band. You know, I have that confidence. It's really built up my confidence in myself too. And it's become, where I've done it so much, it's second nature anymore. It's just like a language. You know, I understand. You know, I never did it to become rich or famous or anything like that, but I love music and I love guitars. If I had a fun day, you know, I might be playing, you know, Lunatic Fringe or something, or The Cult, or anything I want, you know, or I could play AC/DC and stuff and all those songs anymore. And it's like effortless. I can't explain it all in, you know, a few minutes. I mean, I just sit down and play. You know, it's freedom to me. You know, I never knew how to do that before. Everything was by ear. Everything was old school. Sit down, listen to a record over and over. No, that's not the note. No, that's not the note. Now all I have to do is hear a phrase of the music. I know exactly where I'm going. You know, I know exactly where I'm going to play. It helps me in my writing, like it's unbelievable. I don't know how else to describe it. You know, I have so much to draw from the well now. You know, I don't have to think, does that sound right? Does that sound right? I know that key or that chord is going to go with this phrasing. It's taken me places a lot of people only wish they could go. You know, they only imagine to go. And I'm making it happen right now. I'm on Django Radio. Right now we have almost 40,000 listeners, you know. And, you know, I don't plan to be rich or famous and stuff, but I know people are listening to what I write out there, and I get feedback, and I get fans, and I have to email them back every night, you know, thanking them for listening, you know. So it's part of my routine every day, how many fans I got to email. They all get the same letter, but, you know, it's fulfilling. It's outside of my job. It's outside of my normal life, and the results have been really amazing. You know, and a lot of credit goes to you, Charlie, and the course, because I had no desire to do that. I've already done touring and stuff like that. Had not a desire to pick up a guitar again, and now I have 14 of them sitting here. So, but it's been totally inspirational to me. It's changed my life totally. You know, it really has. I can't say enough good about it. I don't know what else to say. You know, music's always been a part of me, but now I know what I'm doing. And there's such a big difference. You know, it's such a big difference. You know, all the people watching our videos and stuff and listening to our music. I mean, what more does a musician want, you know, but to be heard? You know, and I think sometimes putting videos out there gives other people the courage to do it as well. You know. Definitely. It's a normal guy who dresses up like a rock star every now and then, you know. If somebody told me 5 years ago that I'd be putting videos and songs out on Facebook and Django Radio and everywhere else, I would say, yeah, you're crazy, you know. But the course of the music, everything I've learned from Guitar Mastery Method has gave me the confidence and the skills to do that. And it's just a part of my life now. That's all I can say. It's just a part of me now. The community, a lot of guys are older, like me. I'm 59 years old, and but they finally reached that point in life where, hey, I'm running out of time. I got to learn how to do this. You know what I mean? It's too time consuming to hunt and peck, you know, to hunt and search on the guitar for the note. But you can hear a certain pattern going, oh, that's an Aeolian scale. And then it's in a key of A, I know exactly where to go, you know, and that's the breakthrough. That's when the light really comes on, because then you can mix pentatonics with the modes and you're on fire, you know. I mean, well, I go back and watch old videos of my old guitar player, and he mastered that a long time ago, but he'd never tell me how he did it. Now I know his secret, you know.
Damn, I wish I knew what I was doing. That's it. I knew the boxes, or as we like to say now, the cages, but I didn't know how to connect them, right? And what you and your courses and your webinars did for me was basically way back then kind of shine a little light on that dark tunnel. So I said, it can't be that damn hard. If this guy can do it, I can do it. You know, so it all goes back to what I've been with you guys now for a little over 3 years. So for about a year and a half, I've been beating my head up against the wall going boom, boom, boom. What are we going to do? I know you can do this, but how are you going to do it? And then I found the opportunity with you guys. And, you know, that speaks volumes in itself, because a lot of guys in our group are in that same exact position right now. There are a lot of older guys there like myself. Yeah, and sure. If I'm to give advice to anybody that buys this course, is like, trust in the science. You got to learn the fretboard. I mean, for any of your next batch of folks, they don't do the 10-week fretboard challenge. They're chopping off their nose to spite their face. Because that's going to open the door. Because once you know, you don't even have to know it. All you got to do is half understand it, and it opens a big door. You know, it opens a big door, and then if you put the work in, if they put the work in, if I continue to put the work in, and even a person in your position, as long as you continue to put the work in, it's going to just keep expanding. And then someday that light's going to go off and say, you know what, I can change this way. And it's going to sound badass. And it's going to be me, not Jimmy, not Stevie, not Albert, not Eddie, not Paige, not any of the shredder guys or anything. It's going to be me. And that was kind of the little thing that went on with me today. I don't think I can expound on it anymore. How do you explain to somebody that if you got to open a door, there's two ways to do it. You can turn the knob and walk through the door, or you can take your head and hit the door trying to break it down. Well, I prefer, and I'm sure most people do, let's turn the knob and see what happens. You know, boom, that's it. That's what learning the fretboard does. I'm moving, Charlie, you know what I speak of, and maybe other people's dreams can relate to this. I'm moving closer to the goal, man. I'm not sitting here wishing, thinking I should have or could have or would have. I'm moving closer to the goal every stinking day of my life. Now I can have 50 drunk people in a bar on a jam night get up and say, God damn, you're good. I can listen to a piece of music, figure out the key in 10 seconds. So if you have an idea of whether it's a major and a minor and what kind of progression, whether it's rock, a ballad, or blues or whatever, doesn't matter. As long as you know the fretboard, you can do it. All you got to do is play within the system. Well, we know the key. We know it's major or minor. And if we know which is major and which is minor, man, you can wing it. You know, playing on a stage, unless you're like me and you have your heart going like this, no matter how many times I do it, it still goes like this. It's going to be a breeze. You know, that's why I prefer studio work, because my heart doesn't go like this. It's like being home when I'm talking to another guitar player or an artist, another guitar artist, separating the player, somebody that plays the notes, from somebody that uses the instrument to express himself. I have a common ground. I didn't have that. I didn't have that before you guys and the work that you did putting this course. I don't know, you're probably not going to use none of this, but this is to you, man. This is a pat on your frickin' back, not my back. Because this is what launched me. Before, I was a frustrated guy spending that hour a day. After a few months, I got results, man.
All right, so there you can see firsthand the results that people have got after learning the fretboard. Okay, now if there's something you want to experience yourself, click that claim my seat, claim my spot button and go get registered right now, because we're about to wrap this thing up. We actually only have less than 2 minutes to go, because this thing is actually capped at 3 hours and we are 2 minutes away from that. So thank you guys for sticking with me through this whole thing. I just seen, if you guys got any questions that I haven't answered, just email us, Guitar Mastery Method, support@guitarmasterymethod.com. And so someone was just asking what the bonuses are. I just want to show you this very quickly before we have to finish off. Value, then the bonuses that you're getting, the $790 worth of extra bonuses on top of that is the bonus number 1, extra wrap up and Q&A live session. Bonus number, which is $79 worth of value. Bonus number 2, how to break down any legendary guitarist style live session, $109 value. How to find or make a band, and $129 value, and the live solo tool, $149 value, and unlimited email support, $324 value. Being able to see where the mindset link is, click on claim my offer down at the very, very, very bottom of the page. Okay, so you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom and click the word mindset. It's just this little blue link at the bottom of that page. Okay, just mindset. And you want to go and click on that. Okay, now if the 10-week Master Fretboard Workshop is something you would like to do, click on that button right now. Even if you're on the fence, we're about to shut it off. So if you want to get access, you got to click on it right now. Sorry guys, I'm kind of rushing because we're running out of time. Okay, so go and grab that right now. Click on that button over there. Okay, because everything's about to cut out if we don't wrap it up ourselves. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me. And remember, if this is if this is something that you want to do, okay, you want to become a great guitar player, then sign up for this 10-week workshop, because we're going to be doing some awesome stuff. Okay, William, no, not purchasing this course does definitely not make you a VIP member. That's something different entirely. But that will be explained to you if you do join. Okay, but you do have the option. Okay, so thank you to everybody. Johnny just said thank you to everybody. Okay, now we are literally seconds away from this completely cutting out. So thank you everybody for joining. And for joining me here. Congratulations to Rick, who won the wah pedal. Congratulations to everybody who gets to walk away with the guitarist mindset. And of course, congratulations to everybody who decided to jump on board with us. We had a bunch of people do it, a huge amount of people do it today, which is fantastic. Jump on board with the 10-week Master Fretboard Live Workshop. So looks like we got seconds left. So thank you everybody for joining me. And I really look forward to seeing you guys in week number 1 of the 10-week Master the Fretboard Workshop. Have a fantastic day or night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll talk soon.